We have the hits off the field and on the field.
Let's go!
It's time for Berwick Bulldogs football on 102, 104, and 107. The GOAT.
1, 2, 3!
Brought to you by
Mason's Monogramming, Overhead Door of Berwick, Mayo Funeral Home, State Farm, Sean Black and Lori Powell, First Keystone Bank, Red's Roofing, Neighbor Fence Company, Wolfie's Automotive, ND Accounting and Consulting, J-Dog Junk Removal and Hauling of Berwick, Master Tech Automotive Services, Eco First Logistics, Ken Pollock, Flick Brothers Electric in Bloomsburg, Lays Alexander GMC of Hazleton, Papa Lou's Place, The Compression Shop, Cardinal Estate Planning, Chapin Oil, Mark Nespoli of eXp Realty, and Janae Clarko, eXp Realty.
Now in their 37th year together, here's Jim Doyle and Andy Ulickney.
Good evening, everyone. Tonight from Crispin Field in Berwick, it's the Bulldogs against the Millionaires of Williamsport High School. I am Jim Doyle. I'm joined by Andy Ulickney and Chris Algard. The producer of this broadcast is Ashlyn Walshaw. Well, a matchup of two teams representing two of the winningest high school football programs in state history. Berwick, for instance, in their proud history, 852 wins. That's third in the state of Pennsylvania all time. If you're wondering, Mount Carmel's first and Easton is second. Williamsport with 747 wins. That places them seventh. So, historically, two of the top programs in Pennsylvania. This season, it's going great for Berwick. They are 7-0 coming into this one. They have 3 games remaining to top an unbeaten regular season. If they do that, they'll undoubtedly be the number 1 seed in the District 2 AAA playoffs and be home for those playoffs. Williamsport comes in with a 4-3 record. They have lost to some really good teams the last 2 weeks, Jersey Shore and Shamokin. In fact, their schedule is really backloaded. After Berwick tonight, they have Hollidaysburg, Wilkes-Barre area, very, very tough down the stretch. But they're hoping to at least equal last season when they went 7-6, won the District 2-4-6A playoffs for the first time since 2016. A little chill in the air for the first time in this 2025 season here at Crispin Field as the Bulldogs get set to take on the Millionaires of Williamsport. Andy Ulickney with us for Bulldogs football. Andy, Berwick, obviously with their record, with the points they're scoring, with the little points they're giving up, are playing very, very well. They've been good, but they've also been lucky. I'm talking about the injury situation. Up until tonight, they haven't had one player miss one game because of injury, and we're into week 8. That's very, very unusual. Unfortunately, in practice this week, Bulldogs lost a very, very good player and might be lost for the season. Gavin Galusha, a junior. He's a good running back. He has been a terrific linebacker.
He's really been a terrific linebacker, Jim. And as I'm looking at the keys to the game, I'm looking at the pressure on the Berwick linebackers as one of the keys. You miss a guy who's really been experienced, and from week to week to week, you've seen constant improvement in him. Third leading tackler on the team, and sometimes it just happens to be on the left side or on the right side. Who's going to get to the ball first with these linebackers, or who can beat J.J. Leonard to getting to a running back? But he's been playing tremendous football, and you'll miss him. Now, Brock Sims is also playing tremendous football. He's the leading tackler on the team. Surprised even their coaches to learn that. And I don't think anyone's playing better football right now than Everett Snyder. So they're looking at sort of a 2-linebacker set, going with a 5-man line with the nose guard and Nico Lonzinski for the bulk of this game as their base.
14 sacks for the Bulldogs this season. They're giving up just 10.4 points per game. The defense has been terrific, but I don't think anything bothers a defensive coordinator like Tyson Kelly at Berwick more than an agile running quarterback. And Williamsport has one in sophomore Tevin Williams.
Tevin Williams is one of the best athletes we'll see all year, Jim. And, top it off with his frame. He's 6'3". We watched him as a freshman last year, and he was amazing. The composure he had, his ability to throw the ball, and his ability to run. Leading passer on the team, obviously, is a quarterback for a team that does like to pass. But he's also the leading rusher. So when the pass breaks down, he can scramble and make things happen. When you run him by design, he's going to be very, very tough to stop. At 6'3", he has that frame. He has the attitude. He's very, very good. He'll be a challenge for Berwick.
And he'll be back later with the keys to tonight's game. When we return, we'll hear from Mike Pearson, the head coach of the Millionaires of Williamsport, You're listening to Bulldogs football on Goat Rocks, PA.
Did you inherit an estate or did you recently buy real estate that needs to be cleaned out? J-Dog Junk Removal and Hauling of Berwick is the easiest and the fastest when it comes to big clean outs. They'll also clean out your attic, basement, or garage. Wherever you've got junk, call J-Dog Junk Removal and Hauling today at 844-GET-JDOG and get your job done the military way with respect, integrity, and trust. J-Dog Junk Removal and Hauling. It's proudly veteran-owned and operated.
When you're shopping for insurance, you might say,
"What? Huh?"
I'm so over this.
but what you really need to say is something that could actually help.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
When you get a local State Farm agent, they can help make it easy and help you choose the coverage you need. Plus, they're available online, over the phone, or even in person.
I'm so into this.
Visit your Berwick State Farm agents, Sean Black at InsureBerwick.com and Lori Powell at LoriPowell.net.
Hey guys, this is Ray,
Chad, and Pat
from Blaze Alexander GMC of Greater Hazelton. It is October. It is Breast Cancer Awareness Month. What are we going to do?
We're going to sell all new in-stock inventory, $1,000 under invoice. That's the best news I've heard in a long time.
We're going to give a $100 donation to the breast cancer awareness for every vehicle sold this month in October.
That's amazing.
That's awesome. So do your part. Remember, come to Blaze Alexander Greater Hazelton. We're not just a great car dealership. We go for great causes.
$100 donation for every vehicle sold, $1,000 under invoice.
And don't forget, we have the lowest price guarantee.
Or we'll give you $1,000.
Mason's Monogramming has the largest selection of Bulldog items in Berwick. Family owned with more than 35 years experience. And new Bulldog wear for every age, including t-shirts, sweatshirts, jackets, polos, hats, and more. They even make online fundraising easy for you. Stop in today to discuss your next fundraising opportunity. You can also shop at masonsmonogramming.com for their new inventory and select in-person pickup or shipping right to you. Follow their Instagram at Masons Monogramming for their latest new items. Masons Monogram Service in Berwick. Let them personalize for you.
This is Berwick football coach CJ Curry. You're listening to Bulldogs football on 102, 104, and 107 to go.
Next to the last home game of the season for the Bulldogs, their final regular season home game will be next week here against Selinsgrove. Tonight, it's the Millionaires of Williamsport. As we mentioned earlier, Williamsport comes into this game with a 4-3 record. Millionaires head coach Mike Pearson explains the strength of his team.
When we're playing well, our offense seems to have the ability to create explosive plays. And when we're playing well defensively, we seem to have the ability to create turnovers. Those are our positives.
Last year against Berwick, Tevin Williams had his first start at quarterback as a ninth grader. Talk about the progress he's made as the full-time starter this season.
Yeah, Tevin has gained a lot of confidence, not only in football, but last year in basketball and in track and field. So he's a really well-rounded athlete, a really, really fun kid, and he has taken over as our full-time quarterback through this season. And so that's been a fun process to watch him grow. And sometimes I do have to catch myself and realize that he is only in 10th grade, but he's doing a great job.
Well, you know how good Ty Williams of Berwick is. He had a school record of 366 yards against your team last season, but they're 7-0 for reasons beyond Ty Wilkerson. How do you evaluate this Berwick team?
I think the first place that I look at, and it's no disrespect to Ty, the strength of Berwick seems to be their line play, and I think that's the ultimate compliment to any team, and I think that comes from their hard work. They just seem to work very well together as a team, and they seem to have a lot of pride in what they're doing.
Getting back to Ty, what is your instructions to your defenders as to how to contain him?
Well, with Ty, it's a double-edged sword because he can run the ball very well between the tackles, which forces you to try to get people at his point of attack, plus the cutback lane. But when you commit that many to stopping him between the tackles, between their play calling and his ability to hit the edge, that is really a tough double-edged sword because they have the ability and he has the ability to do both very, very well. And I don't think everybody out there has the ability that Ty has to do both with equal amount of danger.
That's Mike Pearson now in his fourth season as head coach of the Millionaires of Williamsport. His record 21-21, what a coaching resume he has. He was an assistant at Lycoming College. He was an assistant at Mansfield. He was the head coach for a sprint football team at Chestnut Hill College. He was a head coach in Yucca Valley, California. He was the head coach at South Williamsport. He was the assistant coach at Tawanda. He has been all over the country, literally. Quite a resume. Now in his fourth season. They won a championship last year, hoping for the same this season, coming into this one with a 4-3 overall record. The Millionaires against the Bulldogs. We'll check the starting lineups when we return. You're listening to Bulldogs football on Goat Rocks, Pennsylvania.
When you're shopping for insurance, you might say, "What? Huh?"
I'm so over this.
But what you really need to say is something that could actually help.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
When you get a local State Farm agent, they can help make it easy and help you choose the coverage you need. Plus, they're available online, over the phone, or even in person.
I'm so into this.
Visit your Berwick State Farm agents, Sean Black at InsureBerwick.com and Lori Powell at LoriPowell.net.
What's worse than being broken down on the side of the road, and who's going to fix it without disrupting your life and cash flow? Since 2023, Wolfie's Automotive, 435 Washington Street, Berwick, has been keeping drivers on the road with the best prices and the shortest lead times. From large and extensive repairs to routine oil changes and even auto detail, they are honest, dependable, and will have you back in business in no time. Wolfie's Automotive in Berwick, the local, trustworthy mechanic. Just see it for yourself.
Red's Roofing, the roofing ninjas of Berwick, the roofing experts for all of our listening area. With over 30 years experience and great rates, why go anywhere else when Red's Roofing will get the job done right for your roofing, decks, and siding, specializing in metal roofs, rubber roofs, and shingles. Most of the work is done in one day. Red's Roofing, the roofing ninjas, now located in Dushore and also serving Bradford and Sullivan counties with owner Harry Titus, a supporter of the Berwick football team and St. Jude Children's Hospital. Call 570-752-4351.
Ready to tackle your financial goals? First Keystone Community Bank invites you to play smart with your savings. Lock in a 182-day CD at 4.25% annual percentage yield to enjoy the winning combination of security, high interest, and short-term convenience. Go for the goal with a First Keystone Community Bank CD. For more information, visit fkc.bank. Minimum balance to earn annual percentage yield is $5,000. Terms apply. Member FDIC.
This is Berwick football coach CJ Curry. You're listening to Bulldogs football on 102, 104, and 107 The Goat.
We are down the home stretch of the 2025 high school football regular season. Weekend number 8 kicking off here at Crispin Field as the Bulldogs take on the Millionaires of Williamsport. The Millionaires start at the tight end with number 13, Kason Omer. He is a 6'5", 195-pound junior. 3 catches on the season, 2 of them for touchdowns. The left tackle is a 3-year starter, number 75, Cordoza Minor. He is 6'5", 240 pounds, a junior. Christopher Toronto is the starting left guard. He wears number 58. He's 5'11", 225, a junior. Owen Newcomer is the starting center. He wears number 64. He's 5'11", 245, a junior. Jackson Thompson starts at right guard for Williamsport, 6'2", 270 pounds, a junior. And Caden Fluke is the right tackle, number 77, 5'11", 230 pounds, a sophomore. The leading receiver on this team is Trey Damschroeder. He wears number 4, 6 foot, 175 pounds, a junior. 18 catches on the season for 413 yards and 4 touchdowns. Those passes coming from his sophomore, Tevin Williams, number 11. 6'3", 170 pounds. He's completing 51% of his passes for 881 yards, 9 touchdowns. He has been intercepted 6 times. And he is their leading rusher. 50 carries, 416 yards, and 7 touchdowns. He's averaging 8.3 yards a carry. As we said earlier, as a 9th grader, he got his first start against Berwick last year to losing cause, threw for 200 yards and a couple of touchdowns. The running back is number 12, Giovanni White. He is as versatile player as there is on this Williamsport roster. He's 6'1", 185 pounds, a senior. 65 carries on the season for 375 yards and 5 touchdowns. He's averaging 5.8 yards a carry. At the fullback, when they use one, there'll be number 19, Lucas Naughton. He's a 5'8", 195-pound senior. And another wide receiver, in addition to Trey Damschroeder, is Braden Ungard, soccer player until this season. All football now, 6'1", 108-pound junior, 13 receptions on the season for 115 yards and 1 touchdown. That's the starting lineup. Offensively for Williamsport, they averaged 27.2 points per game. Good balance of the pass and run. 133.9 passing, 138.9 rushing. Millionaires come in 4-3 under head coach Mike Pearson. For Berwick at the tight end, number 9, Gabe Decker, 6'3", 200-pound sophomore. The left tackle's number 56, J.J. Leonard, 6 foot, 265, a senior. Draven Geiger starts at left guard. He wears number 70. Draven is 5'11", 275 pounds, a senior, right now doing his thing with the band and his saxophone on the field. The starting center, number 77, Nico Lonzinski. He is 6'1", 280, a junior. Matt Gordner is the right guard, number 62, 6 foot, 275, a senior. Matt's played very well all season long, but had a lineman's dream at Nanticoke last week. Berwick got within the 5 and gave him back-to-back carries, the second one taking him into the end zone for his first career touchdown. The right tackle, number 72, Mike Perry, 5'10", 225, a junior. At a wide receiver, number 13, Alex Estrella, 5'11", 175 pounds, a senior. 4 catches on the season, but boy, has he made them count. He's averaging 26.7 yards reception, and he has 2 touchdowns. The quarterback is a freshman. We have to keep reminding ourselves of that because he's just so poised. Number 10, Brady Cleaver, 5'10", 170 pounds, has thrown only 23 passes on the season, completed 8, but for 138 yards and 3 touchdowns. He is a terrific running quarterback with great speed. 30 carries, 304 yards, averaging 10 yards a carry and 7 touchdowns. The leading rusher is number 5, Ty Wilkerson, 6'2", 205, a senior, coming into this game with 1,505 yards rushing and still 3 games in the regular season, possibly 2 more or more after that. 21 rushing touchdowns for Ty Wilkerson. And again, against Williamsport last year is when he set the school record, 366 yards rushing in that game. A fullback, when the Bulldogs use one, be number 99, Everett Snyder. Terrific blocker, 5'11", 220-pound senior. 6 carries on the season for 34 yards and a touchdown. Berwick has a couple of other dangerous wideouts. Even though they don't throw the ball a lot, they are threats. One is number 8, Shiloh Escobar, 6 foot, 185-pound junior. 2 receptions on the season for 43 yards and a touchdown. And the other is Caleb May, a 5'9", 165-pound senior speedster. 2 catches on the season for 16 yards and a touchdown. That touchdown coming at Nanticoke last week. That's the starting lineup. Offensively for the Bulldogs, they average over 37 points a game. Tilted toward the rush, 304 yards rushing a game, just 25.5 passing. Bulldogs under C.J. Curry, 7-0 coming into this season. Quite a turnaround to C.J.'s first season when the Bulldogs finished 4-7. Berwick against Williamsport. Keys to tonight's game, Andy Ulickney.
Well, in the keys, Berwick's defense, I think, feels it can stop the Williamsport running game, Jim. The question is going to be, what can they do against the Williamsport passing game? Williamsport will pass. They'd like to do it, and their quarterback, Devin Williams, is 6'3", extremely athletic. And he started for this team last year as a freshman. So he has the challenge coming at Berwick's defense from that quarterback position. The offense runs through him. He's passing a tick over 50% with his completion rate. He has great receivers in Trey Damschroeder. He's 18 catches, 413 yards, averages 22.9 yards a catch. And he's not the lone receiver. Brandon Ungard has nice numbers. Giovanni White out of the backfield has nice numbers. And they're looking pretty good. They also have a very tall tight end in Kason Ulmer. He's 6'5". So, you know, they have targets they can go to. And if everything seems covered or if pressure's coming on Tevin Williams, this big 6'3" quarterback who's the athlete can turn it upfield and run. He runs well, scrambles well, and he runs by design very well. In fact, he's the leading rusher on the team. 50 carries, 416 yards. That's just about 70 yards a game out of the quarterback position. So the key for Berwick, Steve, how will it contain this attack that kind of features the passing and the running quarterback? And losing Gavin Galusha this week to the broken collarbone, well, that's handicapping them even more. He was playing at top form, third leading tackler on the team. He had 41 tackles, and now he's out. Berwick will probably play a little more 5-2 rather than 4-3 defense, so one less linebacker. You'll put the nose guard Nico Lonzinski in there. Brock Sims and Everett Snyder are both playing great linebacker, as was Galusha. Brock Sims is actually leading the team in tackles with 44. When you're in the secondary against the passing team, hey, you think pass first anyway. You're going to take that back step and, not let anyone get by you. But the linebackers have to honor the run and then quickly react to the pass. And then it may be the running quarterback, and you have to quickly react to that. So it's a challenging game at the linebacker level for guys like Brock Sims and Everett Snyder, but they know what to expect against this team, and they're expecting it. They'll watch that scrambling quarterback, but he will pose the challenge. How will Williamsport stop Berwick and Ty Wilkerson? That's another question. Wilkerson really is on their mind. Last year in 2024, he had 366 yards in a single game rushing, a Berwick single game record. They'll show a lot of 8 men in the box. They line up in a typical, what they call a 3-5. Often by the time they walk up the outside linebackers, it looks more like a 5-3. But in any case, it's 8 men in the box up there at the line of scrimmage to stop the run. They'll also probably cheat up their secondary, and they have some good talent back there. So, they're going to see a lot of people up close trying to not allow Ty Wilkerson to get started. Will it be enough? They have some outstanding defensive talent at the linebacker level. Anthony Manley is 6'2", 250 pounds. He led the area last year with 155 tackles. Lucas Naughton is leading the team in tackles this year, currently with 63. Big Cordoza Minor is up front. He's 6'5", 240. How about a nose guard who's 6'2", 355 pounds, and Jaden Parker? And they have other guys, Jim. This is a team of athletes. How well they can do it. What can they do? Will they slow down Ty Wilkerson? It's certainly going to be their game plan to try to do it. But Wilkerson this year averaging 11.4 yards a carry, has 21 touchdowns, 215 yards a game. And again, when he thinks of Williamsport, it's got to be the fondest of his memories. That game last year, a record 366 yards.
Bulldogs about to make their way on the near side of the field. You'll hear the fireworks letting you know that they have done so. Andy, let's go back to Berwick defensively against Kevin Williams. You want to rush the passer, and as you know, Berwick's been great at that this year. 14 sacks as a team coming in. When you have someone so talented as a runner, though, does it have to be a controlled pass rush?
Well, it does. Now, you can also call blitzes and tell your blitzer, you go right at him as hard as you can. We'll let the others control the lanes. But I think your defensive ends, Gabe Decker and Skylar Neville, will pretty much come straight upfield and not let him get outside of that box. If he does try to scramble wide, they should be able to contain him. They're very, very good at it. And boy, when you're talking about guys at defensive tackle like Matt Gordner, J.J. Leonard, they're tackling machines up on the inside. And add Nico Lonzinski to the mix at nose guard. You're kind of looking at that defensive front coming somewhat contained. Blitz a linebacker on occasion, change up a look. They have a game plan, but boy, Tevin Williams is a special talent, leading rusher on this team.
Williamsport on the far side of the field, white jerseys, white pants, red numerals, black helmets. Berwick, their dark blue jerseys, white helmets, white pants, white numerals, and trim. We're just a couple of minutes away from the kickoff to start tonight's matchup, which is the 39th meeting between Williamsport and Berwick. Bulldogs have won the last 4, including 37-14 in Ty Wilkerson's record-setting performance last year in Williamsport. We'll be back with the kickoff. You're listening to Berwick Football on Goat Rocks, PA.
We've all been there, faced with a physical setback. Whether you've suffered a sports injury that takes you out of the game, or your aches and pains are keeping you from doing what you love, We all want the same thing, to get your life back. Thankfully, you can trust the region's only nationally ranked orthopedic team to help get you there. At Lehigh Valley Orthopedic Institute, we turn setbacks into comebacks, one movement at a time. Lehigh Valley Orthopedic Institute. Comebacks begin here.
Got that Berwick Bulldog spirit? Go to Papa Lou's Place on Vine Street, 2 blocks from Crispin Field, where the Berwick Bulldogs games are on. And there's live music on the patio after each home game, with drink specials every Friday, and try their famous smash burgers, homemade pierogies, and broadster wings with a variety of homemade sauces. Nobody does Berwick High School football like Papa Lou's Place, where the beer is fresh, the food is amazing, and the service is top-notch. See their Facebook page for details and go to Papa Lou's Place to see what the buzz is about.
It won't be long before tax time rolls around, so remember to visit Michael Daddio CPA at ND Accounting and Consulting for your income tax needs. ND Accounting and Consulting handles both business and individual taxes, as well as offering a variety of accounting services, including payroll, auditing, and bookkeeping. For tax and accounting services, look for Michael Daddio CPA at ND Accounting and Consulting, with 2 locations, 214 Pine Street in Berwick and 5929 Main Road in Sweet Valley.
The Mayo Funeral Homes, located at 110 Chestnut Street in Berwick and 77 Main Street in Chickashinny, are proud sponsors of Berwick Bulldog football. The Mayo Funeral Homes, serving all faiths, makes it easier for those you love with pre-arranged funeral counseling, insurance, and pre-financed funerals. Mayo Funeral Homes also offers expert guidance in both traditional and cremation services. Mayo Funeral Homes, perfection in every detail.
Buying or selling a home isn't just about real estate. It's about community, trust, and finding the right fit for your future. And nobody knows Berwick like Mark Nespoli with eXp Realty. Mark's your neighbor, rooted right in Berwick, with a passion for helping people find their perfect home, which is why he's also a top producing agent nationwide. So when it's time for your next move, choose the agent who knows the Berwick market and the community inside and out. Mark Nespoli, eXp Realty. Visit the570realtor.com or visit at Mark Nespoli on Facebook. Mark Nespoli, Berwick's hometown realtor.
In case you haven't noticed, it's that time of year when it gets chillier every day. Is your vehicle ready? Let MasterTech Auto Services of Berwick winterize your car and ensure your precious cargo stays safe. They have a great selection of brand name tires, and you can save 25% on mounting and balancing when you buy a set of 4. MasterTech Auto Services will do their best to get you in and out the same day. Schedule an appointment now at MasterTechAutoBerwick.com, with Saturdays now available. Saving you money every step of the way. MasterTech Auto Services in Berwick.
WLYC AM Williamsport, WHLM AM, WCFT HD3 Bloomsburg. 102, 104, and 107. The GOAT, a Seven Mountains Media radio station.
Big game for the Bulldogs tonight as they try to maintain the top seed in the power rankings in District 2, 3A. With those power points, I can't figure it all out, but I can tell you this. Nothing's better or gets you more points than beating a 6A team with a winning record. And that's what Berwick is facing here tonight in the Millionaires of Williamsport as the captains meeting at the center of the field. John Basic is the referee for tonight's game. The umpire is Christopher Basic. Travis Evans is the linesman. The line judge is Zach Valesky. Douglas Ganay is the side judge, and the field judge is Brian Schwartz. So we'll see how the Bulldogs plan to start this one. Berwick has, in addition to the great defensive and offensive numbers, they've been very, very good on special teams.
They most certainly have, Jim. Caleb Yost is just kicking well. His kickoffs go very far. Whether he kicks from the hash or the center of the field, he just seems to like to mix it up. Every now and then, one challenges him and bounces out of bounds, but that's more the rarity. On placements, on PATs, 34 of 36 for a high schooler. 1 of 2 on field goals, the long being a 27-yarder. And his punts have been booming, too, so you put a lot on specialty teams, but put a lot on that specialty player, the kicker himself, and Caleb Yost has had an excellent season.
I'm really surprised that teams haven't kicked away from Caleb May or short of Caleb May, and we'll see if Williamsport does it as Berwick is going to get the football to start this game. They'll be moving from our right to our left. He had a game at Hanover area where he returned a kick for a touchdown that was called back and he returned another one for a touchdown.
I'll show you. Throw the flag on me and nullify one. I'll just run another. And he is in back there, and it's number 1 back there with him, Ashton Smith.
Yeah, and you would think they would go away from Caleb May. Ashton Smith is back there because of the injury to Gavin Galusha. He normally is the second one out there. Braden Ungard, who was a soccer player up until this season, and now he's full-time football. We saw him kick a 50-yarder in a field goal in the pre-game, so we'll see how he does on the opening kickoff. Again, Bulldogs move from our right to our left as this game is underway. The kick is very, very high, and Caleb May will get a chance at the 11-yard line to the 15, to the outside, to the 20, to the 25, the 30, and to the 35, and out near the 38-yard line. Terrific return by Caleb May. That's what we were talking about. Vincent Moyer down to make the stop for the Millionaires. Will line up defensively with a front three of Cordoza Minor, Jaden Parker, and Devaja Dimmick. 5 linebackers. Kason Omer, Giovanni White, Lucas Naughton, and Anthony Manley, along with Amir Provoy. The corners, Trey Damschroeder and Joseph Walker. And the free safety, Jacob Evilhair. First and 10, Berwick.
All 11 up within 4 yards of the ball.
Bulldogs from their 38-yard line. Ty Wilkinson gets the call, hit behind the line of scrimmage. Tries to get outside right, does so, turns the corner, has the first down and then some to the Williamsport 40-yard line. Looked like the Millionaires had that played perfectly. That time, it was just the pure speed of Ty Wilkinson that gives Berwick a first down. They're saying he was out at the Millionaire 47-yard line.
Lucas Naughton shot through and had a shot to grab him in the backfield, but Wilkerson was stiff-arming him away once, then twice, and then got himself to the corner and turned it upfield very well.
15 yards on the carry. First and 10, Berwick at the Williamsport 27, toss sweep left side, Ty Wilkerson. Again, they're all over the play, but he gets something out of it. Just about a yard to the 46-yard line. Good penetration that time. Kason Omer led the way for the Millionaires.
Yeah, they're playing everyone creeped up, Jim. I mentioned all defenders within 5 feet of the line of scrimmage. And then some are charging through and others are reading behind that. So it's going to be difficult to run. But Berwick has a way of outmanning people sometime at the point of attack, and Ty Wilkerson has a way of breaking tackles. Once you get through that front 5 yards, it's smooth sailing to the end zone.
Toss sweep left side. He's got great blocking now. The 40, the 35, the 30, the 25, the 20, the 15, the 10. Diving for the pylon, and the officials have not indicated. Now they say touchdown. 47 yards for Ty Wilkerson. That time, Andy, the blocking was superb.
With the sweep, you're getting to the outside where they can only have so many people. You can bring 11 up toward the line of scrimmage, but on the perimeter, 2 or 3 people. Get them blocked and then use the speed to outrun them, and Wilkerson takes it in for the score.
47 yards on his 22nd rushing touchdown of the season. Now Caleb Yost will attempt the extra point. Long count. Gabe Decker with the snap. Ashton Smith with the hold. And Yost's kick is through. Timeout on the field. 10:54 to go first quarter. Berwick 7, Williamsport nothing. You're listening to Bulldogs football on Goat Rocks, PA.
Hey, hometown fans. You know Journey Bank as your trusted local bank. But did you know we're also the biggest cheerleader for our community's youth? From athletes competing under the Friday night lights, to students excelling in the classroom, to talented teen stars singing center stage, we're investing in the future of our young people. At Journey Bank, we're committed to helping our kids score big in every aspect of life. Journey Bank, where dreams are nurtured and futures are built. Journey Bank, proud supporter of our local youth.
This is Berwick football coach CJ Curry. You're listening to Bulldogs football on 102, 104, and 107 The GOAT.
Quick start for Berwick. Just 3 plays before Ty Wilkerson takes it 47 yards for the score. Sophomore Caleb Yost will kick it off after Wilkerson's 22nd rushing touchdown of the season. Kick is a line drive kick. is taken by Tevin Williams at the 20, the 25, the 30, the 35, the 40. Still on his feet, turns the corner to the 45, and out of bounds near midfield, and a flag's going to add 15 onto the return.
Pushed him out of bounds, and the push continued a little bit too far, so yes, it will be 15 yards after that. Quarterback Tevin Williams, one of the deep men returning kick, shows the athletic ability he possesses, where a coach will risk a quarterback being injured or returning kicks. But he certainly showed why the coach prizes that talent. Came up the right hash, followed the blockers, used his speed, and as he's pushed out of bounds, excessive force pushes him further. And boy, they're going to spot this down on the 31-yard line of Berwick.
And Tevin Williams is just a glider. He doesn't look like he's exerting himself, and yet you can't catch him. He is just a terrific athlete, and he will take the snap out of the shotgun now as Williamsport moves from our left to our right. We'll check the Berwick defense after this play. 3 receivers to the left and Dan Schroeder to the right. Williams has the snap, gives it to Giovanni White, and he's brought down by Bryce Sims, the linebacker who is the leading tackler on this team coming in. He and Everett Snyder at the linebackers. The front 5, Gabe Decker, Matt Gordner. The nose is Nico Lunzinski, J.J. Leonard, and Skylar Neville. At the corners, Caleb May and Brady Cleaver. The safeties, Ty Wilkerson and Alex Estrella.
Brock Sims got in so quick, he'll add to his 10 tackles for a loss with another as they move that back half a yard.
Second down and 11. Millionaires at the Bulldog 32. Again, 3 receivers to left. Again, White gets the call, and again, White is buried for a loss on the play.
Nico Lonzinski was in there first, Jim, and then Matt Gordner getting the push. Hit him at about 3 yards behind the line of scrimmage and pushed him back for 6 or 7. See where they finally spotted. It looks like a loss of about 4 or 5.
A call 4 and bring up 3rd and 15. Last season in this matchup, Berwick dominated the line of scrimmage. In fact, Williamsport had minus 28 yards rushing in that game. They're not off to a good start here. Back-to-back losses bring up 3rd and 15. Running back now to either side of Williams. He has the snap out of shotgun. He's going long down the far side to Dan Schroeder, and incomplete. Whoa, it looked like it went through the hands of Caleb May, and then it went through the hands of Dan Schroeder.
Dan Schroeder should have been able to hold on, but perhaps just enough distraction from Caleb May that he wasn't able to hold on. He had the step. The throw was good. It went over May, who got his hands up there. Couldn't really put his hands onto it, and then threw Schroeder, who had trouble finding the football.
And now Braden Ungard will be putting it away on 4th and 15. He's standing back at the Williamsport 48-yard line.
Not the worst place for a fake.
But they have 15 to go.
Yeah.
And so he will punt it away. And it's blocked. It's blocked. And Berwick takes over the 47-yard line. Looked like Gabe Decker blocked that punt. And the Bulldogs will take over in great field position at their 47.
Decker's been playing tremendously all year. Second on the team in tackles with 43, 3 sacks, 9 tackles for loss. Add in a block punt to his resume, Jim, as he got in there. I said the fake punt would have been the worst play, and even though they needed 15, the block punt really sets them back.
First block punt of the season for the Bulldogs, who lead 7-0, 9:20 to go, opening quarter. They have it at their own 47-yard line after the play by Gabe Decker. Again, Brady Cleaver will operate under center now with Ty Wilkerson deep in the backfield. Everett Snyder in motion to the right. He'll lead the blocking for Wilkerson, who breaks free over midfield to the far side of the 45. Great cut to the 40. Inside the 20, they check the 35 to the 32-yard line.
Giovanni White eventually angling him down. The big block was Everett Snyder, Jim. You mentioned him motioning from left wing over to the right side. He got a kick-out block on Cordoza. Cordoza Minor really did a play. Flag?
Holding call against the Bulldogs. So that will bring it back. A couple of early big penalties against Berwick. This one will take it back to their 46-yard line. Bring up a First down and 12. So the beautiful run by Wilkerson wiped out by the penalty. And now Cleaver will operate out of the shotgun with Tymir to his right. Fake toss. Cleaver tries to get outside left. Does so, but it's got to be a holding call against Berwick. And that one was obvious.
Yeah, Matt Gordon grabbed a hold of Cardoza Minor that time, who was on the near side. And pretty obvious that he couldn't get around and fight through to make the tackle. So another penalty will really set Berwick back in this drive.
You know, with Berwick's offense, situations like this, you say, well, it's obviously a passing situation.
No.
It's never a passing situation when Ty Wilkerson is in your backfield.
No, when you wonder if Williamsport will back off and play off the line of scrimmage a little bit more with the long down and distance to go here.
So Berwick got the block punt from Gabe Decker, but then back-to-back penalties, and they're going in the wrong direction. And it is a 1st and 20 for the Bulldogs. Wilkerson gets the call off the right side, breaks free over the 45, over midfield, and dragged down from behind at the Williamsport 46-yard line. Saving tackle that time by number 74.
Cardoza Minor again, Jim. He's been very active. He's wearing 75. It's his white jersey. He wears a different one when they're in red. But he followed the play from behind, angled back, and was able to make a nice tackle on it.
17 on that carry by Ty Wilkerson.
How about give him 90 so far in the game?
Yeah, but there's 8 minutes to go in the first. Power back to the left. Wilkerson gets the call, follows those power backs, and gets the first down as he powers to the 40-yard line. 6 yards for Ty Wilkerson. Berwick put 2 blocking backs in the backfield. They led the way.
They led the way, and the blockers at the line of scrimmage are doing the job as well, Jim. Berwick's engaging. People can't seem to separate on the defense. And Ty Wilkerson comfortable with that blocking.
So 17 yards and then 6 yards, and Berwick leading 7-0. 1st and 10 at the Williamsport 40-yard line. Brock Sims is in there as a wing to one side. There's a wing to the other as well. Cleaver under center. Back to pass. Looking long, has a man wide open. It's Caleb May, and he drops the ball at the 7-yard line. Was it May or was it Skylar Neville? Looked like Skylar Neville. He was open by 15 yards.
Well, you're expecting so much run, Jim, that the secondary's cheating up. He was all by himself. I believe he came from the right near the wingback position and then came down and across the field. He was standing waiting for the ball and almost deciding, how should I play this? I can back up and catch it in my chest, or I should reach my hands and catch it at the high point. Seemed a little indecisive on a ball that should have been a very easy catch, and he was unable to hold it.
Skylar Neville, who dropped that pass, is now the tight end on the right side. 2nd down call. A fake to Wilkerson, keeping it as Cleaver, the 30, and dragged down at about the 21-yard line.
Brought an official down along with him. He's got in there, the side judge. And Cleaver running after the little fake where he fakes that pitch and then gets it, runs up the middle, follows the blocks very nicely.
Joseph Walker made the saving tackle after an 18-yard run by Brady Cleaver. 1st and 10 Bulldogs at the Millionaire 22. Alex Estrella wide to the right side. J.J. Leonard and Gabe Decker both in that backfield. Then they shift to the right side. It's a straight I formation. The tailback, Wilkerson, gets a call off the right side and spins inside the 15 down around the 13-yard line.
Boy, Everett Snyder just gives him great blocks from the fullback position, kicking out the defensive end. He's just a very sure blocker. Fronts the man, gets him out of the way, and creates a nice seam.
Cardoza Minor, a big junior, 240 pounds. First team Heartland Conference a year ago. Made that stop. It seems like every stop is a saving stop.
Yeah.
Here in the first quarter.
104 yards for Wilkerson.
Straight I formation. The give on the play is to Gabe Decker, and Decker goes for the touchdown. Lined up in the Tight end gets the inside handoff, a new wrinkle for the Bulldogs, 14 yards for the score.
Don't even have him on my running back list. Gabe Decker, the tight end, stepped back as a wing and then came in a wing counter action from the right side. So then he got past the center. The hole was there, probably with the trap block. Turned it north and south and takes it in for the touchdown.
Caleb Yost will attempt the extra point. 36 for 38 on the season for the sophomore. Snap, placement, kick is up, and the kick is good. Timeout in the field. 6:04 to go, first quarter. Berwick 14, Williamsport nothing. You're listening to Bulldogs football on Goat Rocks, PA.
Do you suffer from tired, achy, heavy legs? Are you looking to elevate your performance and style? Discover the perfect fusion of fashion and function at the Compression Shop of Berwick. If you're looking for medical or athletic compression wear, if you're looking to power through your workday, or you're looking to recover post-workout, the Compression Shop has personalized consultations, and most of the products are try before you buy. All military get 10% off every day. The Compression Shop Berwick, West Front Street. Check out their Facebook page.
This is Berwick football coach CJ Curry. You're listening to Bulldogs football on 102, 104, and 107 The GOAT.
Well, Gabe Decker got it started with a block punt that gave the Bulldogs good field position, and he finished it with a 14-yard run, extending Berwick's lead to 14-0, 6:04 to go in this first quarter.
Nice to see a little different look out of Berwick. We've seen some different types of plays in the past few weeks. This time the tight end stepping back to a wing and a little wing back counter action for the touchdown with Gabe Decker.
Yost approaches the ball. Kick is a low line drive fielded by Giovanni White, and he's got speed. He's to the 45. He's to midfield. He's to the Berwick 44-yard line. So Williamsport with their second terrific kick return. And Alex Estrella making the stop for Berwick, but again, the Millionaires start in Berwick territory as a result of special teams.
Caleb Yost had to come over and put his shoulder into Giovanni White as well to help usher him onto the sideline. So yes, excellent field position for Williamsport, but Berwick on successive running plays drove them back and then blocked a punt.
Empty backfield for Tevin Williams. He's got a slot to the right, and now there's three receivers to the right and one to the left. Out of the gun. Williams back to throw, gets the pass away, has his man, Giovanni White, makes a move to the 35, the 30, and knocked out of bounds. There's a flag on the play in the secondary as he got near the Berwick 25-yard line.
Yeah, too late for pass interference. I wonder if someone grabbed now and maybe grabbed a hold of the face mask. Take a look.
Holding.
Holding?
Is the call against the Millionaires.
Oh, my.
So they'll bring it back. You know, getting back to that last kick, normally when I say it goes to one of the up men, it's a big lineman.
Yeah.
Giovanni White is as good as they have.
Yes, he is.
And he showed it.
He showed it on that, and he showed it after catching this little pass and then running with it very, very nicely. The hold had nothing to do with his success on that. Flag came out very late. I couldn't see where they were calling it.
And it was way downfield, so it's 2nd and 3. They actually gained 7 yards on that play. Three receivers to the right. Giovanni White comes in motion. They're going to option that way, and they pitch to him. And Giovanni White looks for some room, and he has some, and he gets down to the 29-yard line for a Williamsport first down, their initial one. Brock Sims on the tackle for Berwick.
Kevin Williams likes to give the look like he may run it. So he takes a few steps like option, but then a quick left-handed pitch. And Giovanni White takes off on the left side, works the perimeter, and makes a nice play to get the first down.
Three receivers to the right. Naughton wide to the left. Again, the empty backfield for the sophomore quarterback, Tevin Williams. Has the snap and rolls right. Looks downfield. Here comes the pass rush. He throws it away. Nicely done by him as Berwick was closing in J.J. Leonard and Matt Gordner.
The man who had contained looked like he was going to be able to bring him down, but a little duck by Tevin Williams manages to avoid that potential tackler, get out of danger, avoids the sack, and throws it away.
There's some Berwick linemen that are going to sleep well after this one.
Well, they'll be tired chasing him.
Here is a 2nd down and 10. Williamsport at the Berwick 29. Millionaires trailing 14-0. Comes a man in motion. It's Naughton. Give him 4 receivers to the right, and rolling that way is Williams. He throws it back to the left, and they had it set up, and he overthrew Giovanni White. Beautiful setup by Williamsport. They ended up with 4 receivers to the right, then had linemen ready to lead the blocking downfield. That might have been a touchdown if he connects with it.
Yeah, real nice backside screen. They sold it well through the formation, through the quarterback's action and his roll. And close to completing, but they just couldn't finish it.
3rd down and 10 coming up, and we have a timeout, Williamsport. 5:09 to go, opening quarter, 14-0 Bulldogs. You're listening to Berwick Football on Goat Rocks, PA.
For over 50 years, you've trusted Overhead Door to provide the finest quality residential and commercial garage door products, installation, and service. With winter right around the corner, your garage doors need a tune-up. For only $99 for one or $125 for multiple doors, they'll check, lube, and adjust your garage doors and openers so they operate smoothly. Call for their seasonal tune-up special, Overhead Door of Berwick. They're more than just doors. See their 5-star rating on their Google business page or visit ohdberwick.com.
This is Berwick football coach CJ Curry. You're listening to Bulldogs football on 102, 104, and 107 The Goat.
5:09 to go in the first quarter. Berwick has scored on both of their possessions. They lead Williamsport 14-0. But the Millionaires with the football at the Berwick 29-yard line following their timeout, facing a 3rd down and 10.
Scary looking offense, Jim. Kevin Williams can move out of that and avoid the potential sacks, finds receivers. It's a team that can pass the ball nicely and make the big play.
Williams out of the gun. Has the snap, straight drop back to throw, looking long downfield. Ungard makes the catch, but he's out of bounds. So Ungard made the grab, but Caleb May was right there with him. And now Williamsport 4th and 10. And I'm sure we'll see a play from scrimmage from the Berwick 29.
Makes sense with the field position the way it is. Berwick has to defend the goal and also defend 10 yards downfield to the chains.
3 receivers to the right. Giovanni White is behind Williams in the pistol. Here we go. 4th and 10, Millionaires. Low snap. Williams picks it up, tries to get outside right, does so, turns the corner, and then is ridden out of bounds about the 25-yard line. So he made something out of nothing, but not nearly enough. Everett Snyder forced him down, and Berwick will get it for the 3rd time in this opening quarter. 4:56 remaining. They lead 14-0.
Everett Snyder playing the right side inside linebacker position. Takes a step back when he reads pass, but when he sees the quarterback struggle with the ball, it actually goes between his legs. He picks it up nonchalantly, but he realizes he's forced to turn this into a running play. Tries to sweep left. Everett Snyder's there. He knows the down and distance. The quarterback needs 10 yards. He gets 5, pushes him out of bounds safely.
So the Bulldogs, 2 for 2. 2 possessions, 2 touchdowns, get them for the 3rd time, this time at their own 25-yard line. Brady Cleaver is the quarterback, empty backfield for him. A shift to get blocking backs to the left side. Wilkerson on an option. Cleaver keeps it and gets nothing. Williamsport played it well.
It was a funky play, Jim. The nose guard took a step, fell down. It may have been across the line of scrimmage. He's just a little too big to try to get back into his stance. Berwick then has a tough snap that comes a little early. I think Cleaver wanted to get rid of that to Wilkerson, but couldn't. Forced to keep it, and they'll lose a yard.
2nd down and 11. Lucas Naughton, talented junior linebacker on that last stop for the Millionaires. Now an I formation. Cleaver under center. Wilkerson, the tailback in the I. Everett Snyder ahead of him. 2nd down call. Wilkerson gets it, looks for some room, breaks free, the 30, and across the 35, and out near the 40-yard line. Straight ahead, running, good blocking. Lucas Naughton get on the stop, but not before Ty Wilkerson picks up 16 yards and a Berwick 1st down.
Give him 120 on the game. Lucas Naughton's the leading tackler on this team, Jim, but he wants to be making tackles at the line of scrimmage, not 9 yards deep where he has to continually angle and get the cutback.
First and 10, Berwick at their own 40-yard line. Shiloh Escobar, wide right. Alex Estrella, wide left. Out of the Wildcat, direct snap to Ty Wilkerson. Looks for some room, and he has some, and gets over the 45, out near the 49-yard line.
Cordoza Minor, yet again, very active. But again, Jim, they're getting that yardage. People have to angle back and catch him after he already has his burst through the line. He'll get 8 on that.
Well, you heard Mike Pearson in that pregame interview. He says nothing against Ty Wilkerson, but Berwick's line is just dominant, and they have been so far.
They've been blocking, and he'll also credit those fullbacks and power backs for the blocking that they do at the point of attack, as well as the line.
Second and 2. Dogs at their 48. Again, the Wildcat. Wilkerson fakes handoff, keeps the football, looking for the first down yardage, and he has it. Over midfield to the 49, maybe the 48 of the Millionaires.
Yeah, give them 132 on the first half so far, Jim, and that was smart running. They're playing to stop the first down, the defense is, so they're bunching up, trying to read it, not give any ground. Wilkerson not seeing much room in there, but gives a good push to make sure he gets the chains.
And Ty Wilkerson will get a breather now as he goes to the sideline. Of course, this would be where Gavin Galusha would come in to be the running back. Looks like Caleb May will serve that role with Wilkerson on the sideline. And May gets the call off the left side, and he is grabbed down after a very short gain on the play as Evijah Dimmick makes the stop. Dimmick is a 6', 175-pound sophomore. Not big for a down lineman, but he is very good. Third on the team in tackles with 53 coming in.
Yeah, got him up around the neck and was able to pull him down. Not quite a horse collar, not quite a clothesline either. Drug him down from behind. But an awkward tackle.
Second and 9, Bulldogs. Again, the I formation. Snyder ahead of Caleb May in the I. May gets it again off the right side. He's got some running room. 40, 35, 30 to the outside 25. One man to beat, turns the corner to 20 and stepped out of bounds across the way. Big gain for Caleb May.
Showed great speed. Again, Everett Snyder at fullback is leading the way over the right side. He takes on the defensive end and kicks him out cleanly. Drives him back a good 2-3 yards. Caleb May has the huge seam at the line of scrimmage, and of course he has outstanding speed. Turns it to the sidelines and becomes a foot race till finally they catch up with him.
45 yards on the carry by Caleb May. First and 10, Berwick at the Williamsport 12. 1:30 to go in this opening quarter. May gets the call again, tries to get outside left and does so at the 5, dives for the end zone. He's in for a Berwick touchdown. Caleb May from 12 yards out.
Give him 58 on his 3 carries, Jim, and that was nice. He wanted to take it in a little tighter towards center, but he saw it was stuffed up. Bent it out wide, found the seam in the C-gap, turned it north-south, and with a final dive, gets it into the end zone.
So with Ty Wilkerson on the sideline, Caleb May gets 3 straight carries, the last for a touchdown, and Berwick builds the lead as Caleb Yost comes on to attempt the extra point. Ashton Smith does the holding, snap, placement, kick is up, and the kick is good. Timeout in the field, 1:28 to go, opening quarter. Berwick 21, Williamsport nothing. You're listening to Bulldogs football on Go Rocks PA.
What's worse than being broken down on the side of the road, and who's going to fix it without disrupting your life and cash flow? Since 2023, Wolfie's Automotive, 435 Washington Street, Berwick, has been keeping drivers on the road with the best prices and the shortest lead times. From large and extensive repairs to routine oil changes and even auto detailing, they are honest, dependable, and will have you back in business in no time. Wolfie's Automotive in Berwick, the local, trustworthy mechanic. Just see it for yourself.
This is Berwick football coach CJ Curry. You're listening to Bulldogs football on 102, 104, and 107 The GOAT.
Berwick's offense is 3 for 3 in this game. 3 possessions, 3 touchdowns, the latest by Caleb May from 12 yards out. And the Bulldogs have built a 21-0 lead with 1:28 to go. The only thing they haven't done well in this opening quarter is cover kicks. Been 2 long kick returns into Berwick territory by the Millionaires. See how Yost plays this one. It's a line drive kick, goes over the head of the deep man and goes out of bounds. So Williamsport will have a good field position, but not nearly as good as they did on those two returns.
Yeah, question of watching it. It's heading toward the pylon near the end zone. From the odd angle we have, I'm thinking maybe that made the end zone. But the official down there says, no, it went out around the 5-yard line, and they'll penalize that and bring it up.
So the Millionaires will have it at their 35-yard line for their third possession. Again, long kick returns gave them the ball in Berwick territory twice. Once they lost it on downs. Once they had a punt blocked. And Berwick with the big lead. 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. 1 to the left is their leading receiver, Trey Damschroeder. Out of the pistol, Giovanni White is the running back. Williams fires a pass. It's tipped and almost picked off. Gabe Decker had his hands on it at the 40. Couldn't quite pull it down.
No, he was right there. They wanted to throw the multiple receiver side, but they threw it a little bit too high for Braden Ungard to go up and come down with it. Tips off his hands toward Gabe Decker, who's flexed as an end, playing a little more pass coverage and the looks that they're expecting to see from Williamsport. He was in position, just couldn't hold it.
Shiloh Escobar is in the Berwick defense as a linebacker on this series. 2nd and 10. Millionaires from their 35. White is the running back. A quick out to the far side, a diving attempt. It'd be well for Williamsport if it ruled incomplete, and that's what it is. Would have been a loss otherwise.
Yeah, referee John Basic standing behind the quarterback had the best look at it. And you're right. Sideways pass, the man's about 4 yards deep. He has to go down to the ground to attempt to catch. It is fortunate that it bounces into him.
Yeah, Lucas Naughton was that intended receiver. 3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Here's a 3rd down and 10. Williamsport at the 35-yard line.
Ball's on the right hash. The receiver's up to the left.
Williams has the snap, back to throw. Big pass rush, gets away from his man, turns the corner, and gets the first down on the far sideline. We talked about a rush, but a controlled rush. There's a good example what can happen if you don't have a controlled pass rush, as he went right through the would-be sack man and got a big gain.
Yeah, Skylar Neville at the left defensive end looked like he had his beads on him. I actually thought he should have had him for some reason. Instead of staying a little more controlled and making the sure sack, he gives a lunge, and Tevin Williams steps aside of him, tiptoes down the sidelines. Could have gone out 10 yards sooner, but is able to work his way down all the way for a longer run.
24 yards altogether from the Berwick 41-yard line. Williams takes the snap, rolls left, big pass rush, fires across his body. Man tries to make a catch at the 32. Did he make it?
They look like they're going to spot it there, Jim. It's number 19, Lucas Naughton, with the catch, his 4th catch of the year. And no, now they're waving it off late.
Well, that is a terrific throw by Williams. That is a tough throw for a right-hander, rolling left across his body. And the ball was there.
Yep.
So it's 2nd and 10. Williamsport at the Berwick 41. 1:05 to go in this opening quarter.
Again, ball on the right hash. Quarterback mobile in each direction. We've seen him run right. We've seen him roll left.
3 receivers to the left. Damschroeder to the right. Williams has the snap. Back to throw. He's going to run with the football. Turns a corner at the 35. Gallops to the 30, to the 25, to the 20, and finally knocked out of bounds to the 13-yard line. He is terrific in the open field. Brock Sims made the saving tackle.
I think it was a called quarterback draw, Jim. He took the snap, took 1 step back, and then rather immediately headed up between his linemen. Broke it to the right side, and as you mentioned, very dangerous in an open field. You would think a tall target would be easy to bring down, but he is not.
So on this drive, he has a run of 24 and that one of 27 yards. And Williamsport at the Berwick 14-yard line.
Give him 56 yards rushing on the game.
Again, 3 receivers to the left, out of the pistol. Giovanni White is the running back. Williams, long count, has the snap. Quarterback draw, up the middle, breaks the tackle at the 5 and gets in for the touchdown. Tevin Williams in for the score from 14 yards out, and Williamsport's on the board.
Give him 70 yards rushing on the game and another designed quarterback draw. they feel that people are busy with coverage or busy with the pass rush. No one really there in the area to stop that running quarterback on the past few plays.
What a drive he had running the football. Runs of 24, 27, and then the touchdown from 14.
4 carries in all for 70 yards.
Braden Ungard will attempt the extra point out of the hold of White. Low snap. The kick is up, and the kick is good. Timeout in the field. 51 seconds remaining. Opening quarter. Berwick 21. Williamsport 7. You're listening to Bulldogs football on Goat Rocks, PA.
Did you inherit an estate, or did you recently buy real estate that needs to be cleaned out? J-Dog Junk Removal and Hauling of Berwick is the easiest and the fastest when it comes to big clean-outs. They'll also clean out your attic, basement, or garage. Wherever you've got junk, call J-Dog Junk Removal and Hauling today at 844-GET-JDOG and get your job done the military way with respect, integrity, and trust. J-Dog Junk Removal and Hauling. It's proudly veteran-owned and operated.
This is Berwick football coach CJ Curry. You're listening to Bulldogs football on 102, 104, and 107 The GOAT.
Williamsport's on the board with a 6-play, 65-yard scoring drive, and that was the Tevin Williams drive. The sophomore quarterback had runs of 14, 24, 27, the 14 for the touchdown. 21-7 Berwick, 51 seconds to go in the quarter. Line drive kick splits 2 defenders for the Bulldogs and goes into the end zone. So it'll be a touchback.
And fortunate it does, Jim. It had that look around the 3-yard line like it might die on the 1. Ashton Smith and Caleb May both looking and hoping it was going to get into the end zone. Otherwise, we're going to have to pick it up on the 1 and try to do something with it. Probably be tackled inside the 5, but it goes in.
I'm really surprised that people are still kicking to Caleb May. I mean, it's a lack of respect.
Well, some of it, Jim, it's high school coaches and how many staffs and how many people can you actually get out and scout? How much film can you get? We've seen what Caleb May's been able to do, and in one game, 2 times. We wouldn't kick to him, but are all the other coaches as aware?
Wilkerson takes the direct snap, and now the Wildcat, Ty Wilkerson, almost breaks it as he brought down the 29-yard line. Anthony Manley, linebacker, makes the stop, but a good first down play as Wilkerson out of Wildcat picks up 9.
Yep. Anthony Manley last year led the entire area with 155 tackles. The first time we've seen him involved in a play in this game from his inside linebacker position, and that's after a 9-yard gain.
Again, Wilkerson out of the Wildcat, has the snap, goes off the right side, still on his feet, knocked back after he gets to about the 35-yard line. He'll pick up about 6 and a first down as Jacob Eaglehair makes the stop from his safety position on the final play of this first quarter with the score. Berwick 21 and Williamsport 7. You're listening to Berwick football on Goat Rocks, PA.
Planning for the future doesn't have to be complicated. Attorney Nick Lutz of Cardinal Estate Planning in Berwick will guide you every step of the way. Whether it's protecting your assets, setting up a trust, or ensuring your family is cared for, Cardinal Estate Planning provides personalized solutions for you and your family's needs. Call or sign up on their website to attend a free educational workshop that will give you an understanding of the process and peace of mind knowing your legacy is in good hands. Visit them online at cardinalestateplanning.com. Let them help you plan for tomorrow today.
Chapin Oil in Escapec has been keeping your families warm and comfortable for generations. But Chapin Oil is much more than just heating oil. You'll also find a full-service gas station with ethanol-free fuel, plus a cozy coffee shop serving up the best lattes and espresso, and fresh-baked treats and donuts every day. Stop by, grab a treat, and say hello to your friends at Chapin Oil in Escapec, proud supporters of the Berwick Bulldogs.
This is Berwick football coach CJ Curry. You're listening to Bulldogs football on 102, 104, and 107 The GOAT.
1 quarter in the books here at Crispin Field. Berwick leading Williamsport 21-7. A lot of offense in this one. Bulldogs with their 4th possession of the game. They've scored on their first 3. They'll be moving from our left to our right as we view things here in the second quarter. They have a first down at their own 35-yard line.
Been seeing a lot of Ty Wilkerson out of the Wildcat, Jim. Been running very well. Different look this time. The quarterback's there.
And he tosses to Wilkerson, who tries to turn the corner and does so. 45, midfield, down the far sideline, 40, 35, still on his feet. Ty Wilkerson dances in the end zone for Berwick touchdown. 65 yards for Ty Wilkerson. Alex Estrella with a great block downfield, and usually in a long run situation, somewhere along the way, a receiver threw a block. That time it was Estrella.
Yeah, Estrella right in position to get that last block, and it's very, very visible. He had about 5 yards of sideline to protect so that Tyler Wilkerson could get in there, and Wilkerson saw it and used the block.
Extra point attempt coming from Caleb Yost. He's been perfect tonight. Gabe Decker does the snapping. Ashton Smith does the holding. Snap, placement, kick is up, and the kick is good. We are 11 seconds into the second quarter. Berwick, 28. Williamsport, 7. You're listening to Bulldogs football on Goat Rocks, PA.
What's worse than being broken down on the side of the road, and who's going to fix it without disrupting your life and cash flow? Since 2023, Wolfie's Automotive, 435 Washington Street, Berwick, has been keeping drivers on the road with the best prices and the shortest lead times. From large and extensive repairs to routine oil changes and even auto detail, they are honest, dependable, and will have you back in business in no time. Wolfie's Automotive in Berwick, the local, trustworthy mechanic. Just see it for yourself.
This is Berwick football coach CJ Curry. You're listening to Bulldogs football on 102, 104, and 107 The Goat.
65-yard touchdown run by Ty Wilkerson. Berwick, 4 possessions, 4 touchdowns. They lead Williamsport 28-7. We are just 11 seconds into the second quarter.
13th rush for 212 yards by my count for Ty Wilkerson in this first half.
And remember, he set the school record with 366 against Williamsport last season as Caleb Yost. Low line drive kick be fielded at the 19-yard line by Dan Schroeder, and he's brought down at the 31-yard line. Shiloh Escobar among the people in on the play for the Bulldogs. So Williamsport gets it. They've not had problems moving the football, but they are in a 28-7 hole.
They are. They'll start on the left hash. We've been seeing 3 receivers one side, Singleton receiver opposite. That's often been Damgard, Dam Schroeder. See how the quarterback rolls and tries to get it, or if he just goes with designated runs. The quarterback draw has been extremely effective.
Devin Williams is the quarterback. Lanky sophomore has the snap, fires a quick out to the far side, has a completion and a gain out near the first down yardage.
Lucas Naughton catches one. He caught one on the sideline earlier. They thought he was in bounds at first, but then ruled him out. This time he'll take the catch on somewhat of a sideways pass from the quarterback, Devin Williams, and then running enough to get the chains.
So they're marking it at the 39. That should be a first down.
Yeah, and now they're changing the sticks, I think, because you saw it that way too, Jim. They're going to go back with the change to the original line of scrimmage and call it a 9-yard gain.
2nd and 1 for Williamsport at their own 39. We're just underway here in the second quarter. 3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right.
Again, that's Dam Schroeder, the Singleton receiver up the top.
The leading receiver on this team. As Williams awaits the shotgun snap, and he has it. Here's a quarterback draw. Berwick has it stuffed this time, but he gets it outside and gets some yardage to the 45-yard line. Berwick played that about as well as you can, and the pure athleticism of Kevin Williams gets them the first down. Skylar Neville on the stop.
Yeah, Neville missed him initially, contained him, but then he bounced it outside of that, and he can give some ground, and with his speed, like you said, those long strides give him the speed he needs to extend plays.
Ashton Smith checks in for Berwick at the defensive end position, replacing Skylar Neville.
I'm sorry, Jim. The quarterback chips when the snap is going to come to him. He gets down in a crouch right before the lateral. Watch for it.
3 receivers to the right side. Williams does just that, and he's going to carry again. This time Berwick is all over the play. Back at the 43-yard line, they'll lose 2 on the keeper by Tevin Williams. J.J. Leonard among those in on the play for Berwick.
Yeah, they kept inside lanes intact, Jim. Lonzinski also in the area from a nose guard. So 3 big bodies inside gives that quarterback no place to run.
The 17th tackle for loss on the season for J.J. Leonard.
Wow.
That is an amazing number for a down lineman. Here's a second down and 12.
They often don't have 17 tackles of any kind, let alone tackles for loss.
Millionaires from their own 43. Williams, play action. Throwing to the far side to Dan Schroeder, incomplete. Good battle with Brady Cleaver, who is step for step.
Yes, it was. They like him isolated as the singleton receiver opposite trips, Jim, because they feel he can beat one-on-one coverage. We saw him get half a step on Caleb May earlier. They couldn't pull it in. This time on Brady Cleaver, it's kind of a step-for-step battle. He's staying right with it.
3rd and 12. Williamsport at their own 43. They've been in a lot of 3rd and long situations, but as a defense, you never feel comfortable, even in those situations.
And he control that pass rush and keep him in the lanes. Don't let the quarterback run for it.
He's rolling left. He stops, plants the feet, fires downfield into traffic. He has a completion for a first down at the 42-yard line. Terrific pass to Kason Ulmer.
Kason Ulmer is a challenging receiver, Jim. He goes 6'5". He plays tight end. Might have been on the right side and crossing from right behind the linebackers to the left. They found him on the sideline. Beautiful bullet of a pass, and he does get the chains on the awkward 3rd and long that you mentioned.
They needed 12. They got 14. First down, Millionaires at the Berwick 43-yard line. 3 receivers to the right. Williams has the snap, and he's back to throw. Here comes the pass rush. He rolls right. Going to keep the football. There's a flag down, maybe a hold coming up as he dances out of bounds across the way at about the Berwick 39.
Brock Sims broke down to make the tackle, and all of a sudden jump step to the outside and another 10 yards. But the flag was already being thrown for the hold before that, Jim. It'll bring it all back.
So Williams, nice run, will be nullified by the holding call against the Millionaires.
You know, Jim, we've seen some high school players that look like they're playing at a different level. We saw on this field many years ago, Darrell Blackman put on a clinic on how to run the ball for Williamsport against Berwick. We've seen Ty Wilkerson last year and this year. I think pretty much the same can be said for Tevin Williams. It's like just a different level of athleticism where people can't catch him.
Here's a 1st and 20. Millionaires back at their 47-yard line. Williams is going to option right. No, he's going to keep the football, and he's going to be dancing out of a would-be sack. Keeps his feet, fires downfield, incomplete. What a job by Tevin Williams. Berwick had him dead to rights for what would have been a huge loss. Somehow he got out of that and threw a pretty decent pass downfield.
Ashton Smith was the man who had the pass rush and seemed to have him contained. Had him by the way, seemed to spin him around. But he spun out of that, realized he's going to lose about 15, 20 yards for how deep he is, and quickly throws it away to avoid the critical loss. It's 2nd and about 23 now. He didn't want to lose more.
Ashton Smith was beating himself up for that, but Ashton joined the club.
Joined the club is right. This kid's at a different level, Jim. Tevin Williams.
2nd and 20. Millionaires back at their 47. 3 receivers to the right. Williams back to throw. Fires, has Dan Schroeder across midfield. Brady Cleaver trying to hang on. Does so. Gets some help from Alex Estrella at about the Berwick 46-yard line.
Dan Schroeder's first catch of the game. That one for about 11, Jim. You'll measure it out. Leading receiver for the team with 18 catches on the year, 413 yards. He likes the deep ball. He's been averaging 22.9 yards a catch. That time caught it underneath and couldn't spin away from the tacklers.
Yeah, actually only 6 on that play, so it's 3rd down and 14 for the Millionaires. But as we've seen, 3rd and long is not an issue with this team.
No, No, it's not. We mentioned the quarterback's running ability, but his arm is a strength as well.
3 receivers to the right. Rolling right is Tevin Williams. Looking. Fires a bullet pass. Has his man Naughton, and Naughton gets to about the Berwick 38. It'll bring up a 4th down call for the Millionaires. Everett Snyder back in coverage. Makes the tackle for the Bulldogs.
Field position with down and distance, 4th and about 6. We'll see a play from scrimmage here with 8:19 left to go here in the first half.
Berwick leading this one 28-7. Williamsport has spent a lot of time in Berwick territory in this opening half. They're there now at the Bulldog 38, 4th and 6 coming.
They'll have a pass play called, but again, the quarterback's legs may earn them the chains.
And we have a timeout called by the Millionaires. 7:54 to go, first half. Berwick 28, Williamsport 7. You're listening to Bulldogs football on Go Rocks PA.
Buying or selling a home isn't just about real estate. It's about community, trust, and finding the right fit for your future. And nobody knows Berwick like Mark Nespoli with eXp Realty. Mark's your neighbor, rooted right in Berwick, with a passion for helping people find their perfect home, which is why he's also a top producing agent nationwide. So when it's time for your next move, choose the agent who knows the Berwick market and the community inside and out. Mark Nespoli, eXp Realty. Visit the570realtor.com or visit at Mark Nespoli on Facebook. Mark Nespoli, Berwick's hometown realtor.
WLYC AM Williamsport, WHLM AM, WCFT HD3 Bloomsburg. 102, 104, and 107. The GOAT, a Seven Mountains Media radio station.
Williamsport needs a score to stay in this game, and they have it at the Berwick 38-yard line. Facing a 4th and 6. 28-7 Bulldogs, 7:54 to go, opening half.
Berwick needs to defend the chain 6 yards away, but no problem for Williamsport to go all the way down to the goal line in this play. So Berwick's defense has to be loose enough.
Williams going to run to the left side, keep it himself, and Berwick is all over the play. He'll be brought down for a loss, and the Bulldogs will take over the football as they get a stop. Brock Sims, leading tackler on this team there. Nico Lonsinski, who's playing nose guard in this game, there as well.
I'd fear the quarterback running, but I wouldn't have had him run by design, Jim. They called the timeout, had time to think. I think I would have tried for some kind of a short pass of 7 or 8 yards, look to see if it's open or not, and then let the quarterback work impromptu if he sees the lane open in front of him. Berwick reading that quarterback, sees where he's going with that football, reads it, and cleanly gets 2 or 3 tacklers into position.
1st and 10, Bulldogs at their own 40. They move from our left to our right here in the second quarter as Wilkerson gets the call, up the gut, over the 45, out to the 47-yard line. You know Berwick's winning the line of scrimmage when a play that looks like nothing gets 7.
Yeah, Williamsport was actually short, playing with 10 men, looking to the sideline, send someone in. Someone in came very late, so Berwick running against 10 men. Berwick has a player go down. Might have been one of the linemen in that scrum. See who they tend to.
Well, we talked about the injury that is likely to keep Gavin Galouche out for the rest of the season. And Berwick has been very, very fortunate in the injury department to this point of the season. They're not a particularly deep team and can't afford to lose many people.
No, and they've been so dominant with their starters on the offensive line. You'd hate to see an injury that would slow somebody down in there. They're working on the right leg, whether it's the knee or the ankle. Hopefully it's one that you twist, you look, you say, hey, nothing broken, nothing sprained. Limp him off and get him back into the second half of this game.
Yeah, I believe it's Nico Lonsinski, because we look on the sideline and Henry Snyder, the sophomore backup center, who's played quite a bit this season.
Yep.
He was warming up with snaps, and so we're likely to see Henry Snyder follow this injury timeout, but the hope is that it's nothing serious to Nico Lonsinski, who's done a good job as a two-way player tonight.
Yeah.
Starting at the nose and starting at center.
In fact, I figured we'd see a little more of Snyder because Nico Lonsinski is going to get the start at nose guard. But right now, he had been in at center. got crumbled up on that play. They keep waiting to try to sit him up. A little hesitant. Wait it out. Make sure he's okay.
7:35 remaining in this first half. Berwick's next to the last regular season home game. Their final home game will be senior night next Friday when they take on Selinsgrove here at Crispin Field. And then they'll end the regular season on the road to Tunkhannock. Well, good news. Nico Lonzinski limping a bit, but he is on his feet and walking to the sideline under his own power.
Yeah, under his own power without the help. Sometimes it doesn't hurt to lay down on that field just a little bit longer. I know when I coached, I like for my players to heel down on the field while the clock was stopped. Lonzinski will work his way to the bench, and Henry Snyder will take over at center.
So Berwick, second down coming from their 47. After a shift, they have 4 receivers out to the left, including Ty Wilkerson. And a quick pass out to Wilkerson, and it's too high. Is it a backward pass? Looks like they're going to say incompletion.
Yeah, I'm watching you, and Ty Wilkerson thought the same thing. The 3 receivers on the side with Wilkerson behind them making a 4th receiver were set for a screen. A throw over to Wilkerson, though, made him jump very high, and it tipped off his hands. I'm watching the official. Is it a forward pass incomplete, or is it considered a lateral? They'll call it the incomplete.
Boy, I like the looks of that play, though.
Yeah.
That has some potential. Here's a 3rd and 3. Berwick has not been stopped in this game. 4 for 4. The call goes to Wilkerson. They will be stopped here. A big loss back to the 40-yard line. Anthony Manley coming from his linebacker position. And the Bulldogs will punt for the first time in this game.
Yeah, designated blitz there. And the 6'2", 250-pound linebacker who led the entire area with 155 tackles really comes through for Williamsport. A loss where they get Wilkerson in the backfield, smother him as he's sort of getting the exchange. It will force the punt.
So subtract 6 yards from Ty Wilkerson's impressive first half numbers. And Caleb Yost on to do the punting, standing back at the Bulldogs' 27-yard line. The low snap, he fields it on a hop and gets the kick away. Good job by Yost. And will go out of bounds about the Williamsport 32-yard line, but that could have been disaster for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, low snaps are better than high snaps over his head, though, Jim. And while it bounced, he was able to short hop it, pick it up, and kept his calm with it. People were coming at him from the sides, but he's able to step forward, get the kick off, and a nice kick at that under that pressure.
30 yards, no return. Looks like Draven Geiger's checking into that defensive unit. I think he'll probably be the nose in place of Nico Lonzinski.
That's what I would expect. Give Lonzinski to halftime to shake off that twisted ankle.
3 receivers to the right. Tevin Williams from the 32-yard line bobbles the snap, picks it up, and he's got yardage. 30, 35, 40, 45, and knocked out of bounds near midfield.
Wow.
And a flag well after the play. Way after the play.
I took my eyes off of it. All I know is with the bad snap, the defensive end's eyes lit up, and he went charging, hoping for a big sack and a loss of yardage. But you can't do that with Tevin Williams. You still have to play contain. Williams gets it, avoids that potential tackler, takes it, and turns it upfield for about 15 yards.
Personal foul against Berwick after the 16-yard run by Williams. Boy, he's going to have some impressive numbers when this night is over.
Yeah, I have him with 85 yards rushing now in the first half. That's very, very impressive for a quarterback. Wilkerson at 214 in the first half, so some big numbers in the running department.
So Williams calmly makes a bad snap into a 16-yard run, but he's limping noticeably now as he goes into his stance awaiting the shotgun snap.
His running back, Giovanni White, only has 3 carries on the game.
He may get one here if Williams can't go. 3 receivers to the right. No, he's back to throw, and he fires over the middle, and he has his man, Casey Omar, and he takes a big hit from Estrella, but not before he gets first down at the 25-yard line.
Big hit on a big man. He's happy, though, with the yardage and moving to change yet again. 6'5" receiver, tight end releasing, finding that little hole between the linebackers.
First and 10, 12-yard completion to Kason Omer. Williamsport on the march at the Berwick 25 as we go under 6 minutes to go in this opening half. Berwick leading 28-7. Williams drops back to throw, fires a quick out, has his man Naughton, and Naughton is ridden out of bounds across the way at about the 22-yard line. They'll pick up just a couple on the completion to Lucas Naughton. Gabe Decker on the stop.
Hoping he'd be able to catch it in stride and turn it upfield, but the ball a little bit behind him on the spit pass. Tries to turn it up, and Berwick immediately has tacklers on him.
3 yards on the completion. 2nd and 7. Millionaires at the Bulldog 22.
2nd and 7.
3 receivers to the right. Out of the pistol, White is the running back behind the sophomore quarterback, Tevin Williams. Long count. Has the snap, option left, pitches the ball. Trying to get outside is Giovanni White, and he won't get outside of Brady Cleaver, who makes a terrific tackle in the open field.
You know, he's playing way out near the sideline on the wide receiver. But he sees the quarterback down the line option and the quick left-handed pitch to Giovanni White, who's coming his way. He realizes he has to be part of that tackle, and he comes up very quickly and makes a sure tackle.
3rd down and 7. Millionaires at the Bulldog 22. Again, 3 receivers to the right. Dan Schroeder to the left. They're going to roll to the right with Williams. He's being pursued. He gets away. Turns left. Throws it just off the fingertips. A receiver at the 13-yard line. It was Lucas Naughton. Pretty good throw by Williams.
J.J. Leonard was playing on the outside in the direction he was rolling, and he saw, hey, I'm going to be pressured here. I can't get wide of this. So he pivots, comes back in the other direction to the left and finds a receiver, but they just can't make the connection. 4th down coming up.
Braden Ungard is a capable place kicker. This hold will be at the 29, so this will be a 39-yard field goal attempt. Out of the hold of Kason Omer. Snap, placement, kick is up, and the kick is good. Braden Omar from 39 yards out. Timeout in the field, 4:52 remaining in the first half of play with the score. Berwick 28 and Williamsport 10. You're listening to Bulldogs football on Goat Rocks, PA.
When the weather turns cold, you need reliability to keep your home and family warm. Chapin Oil in Nescapec has been the local choice for reliable home heating oil delivery and maintaining the tried and true service you've come to know only at Chapin Oil. Stay warm, stay local, and stay with the name you can trust. Chapin Oil, Nescapec. Call today to set up your delivery. Chapin Oil proudly supports the Berwick Bulldogs.
This is Berwick football coach CJ Curry. You're listening to Bulldogs football on 102, 104, and 107 The GOAT.
Well, we saw Braden Ungard kick a 50-yarder in pregame warm-ups. He just kicked one from 39 to extend Williamsport's total to 10. 28-10 Bulldogs. Ungard's kickoff will go to Caleb May at the Berwick 8-yard line. To the 10, to the 15, to the 20. And he is hemmed in, or appears to be, still on his feet, over the 30 and out to the 34-yard line. Great effort by Caleb May.
Really was. Coming up the right sideline, he got penned in, as you mentioned. Jim, nowhere to go. Came to a standstill, but is behind the Berwick blocker, manages to turn it into the left and tries to go north and south before he gets to the hash and gets a little more yardage out of it. Fine run.
And good news for Berwick. Nico Lonsinski, injured on that last series, back in there at the center position as Berwick. 1st and 10 to 33. Bulldogs with all 3 of their timeouts remaining. 4:42 to go in the half. Their lead now down to 28-10. And out of the Wildcat. The snap goes to Ty Wilkerson. Tries the left side and will get just a couple to about the 35-yard line.
Dan Schroeder and Cordoza Minor teaming up to not give him any yardage. Maybe one on that, but good play on the periphery by the Williamsport Millionaires.
They mark it at the
2nd and 8.
35, so give them 2. 2nd and 8 for the Bulldogs. Berwick scored in their first 4 possessions. Last time, forced to punt it. Again, Wilkerson out of the Wildcat. Keeps it himself, gets out to about the 40-yard line.
Williamsport rallying to the football, Jim. This is the way they wanted to start the game, to be able to get a couple of helmets on to Ty Wilkerson. And, he still picks up 5, but it still feels like a Williamsport victory defensively when you keep him to 5.
3rd down and 3. Berwick at their own 40-yard line. Wide receiver to either side. Cleaver back in there at the quarterback spot. Wilkerson to his right.
Cleaver may run this one.
Cleaver gives the ball to Ty Wilkerson off the left side. He has the first down, then some. Breaks over the midfield mark. Down the sideline, 40, 35, 30. Wilkerson, a foot race, is in for a Berwick touchdown. 60 yards for Ty Wilkerson.
Put him at 280 yards for the half, Jim. I thought they may go a different direction because Williamsport's been keying on him and being able to stop him on the first 2 downs of the series. But instead, they hand him the ball on a relatively vanilla play, just extra blocking on the left side. He finds the seam, gets through the first level, and then all of a sudden it's a race as he cuts back against the grain and beats everyone into the goal.
And Caleb Yost will attempt the extra point out of the hold of Ashton Smith. Caleb, the sophomore place kicker, perfect on the night so far. Gabe Decker with a good snap. Kick is up, and the kick is good. Timeout in the field. 3:10 to go. Opening quarter, Berwick 35, Williamsport 10. You're listening to Berwick football on Goat Rocks, PA.
Red's Roofing, the roofing ninjas of Berwick, the roofing experts for all of our listening area. With over 30 years experience and great rates, why go anywhere else when Red's Roofing will get the job done right for your roofing, decks, and siding, specializing in metal roofs, rubber roofs, and shingles. Most of the work is done in one day. Red's Roofing, the roofing ninjas, now located in Dushore and also serving Bradford and Sullivan counties with owner Harry Titus, a supporter of the Berwick football team and St. Jude Children's Hospital. Call 570-752-4351.
This is Berwick football coach CJ Curry. You're listening to Bulldogs football on 102, 104, and 107 The Goat.
Another Ty Wilkerson masterpiece. This one from 60 yards out. He is having a monster first half, and so is Berwick. They have 6 possessions, 5 of them ending in touchdowns, and the Bulldogs lead Williamsport 35-10.
17 carries, 280 yards by my count.
And again, 366 is the school record set against Williamsport last season. Kick by Yost is high, nice. And Damschroeder back at the 10-yard line. To the 15, takes it to the far side, to the 20, reverses it, comes to this near side, 35, 40, gets a great block from Ungard, still on his feet at the Berwick 30, down the sideline, and finally caught from behind. What a terrific return as Connor Roberts made the saving tackle as Trey Damschroeder with a long kick return, the 3rd one for Williamsport in this game.
Yeah, they're good at it, Jim. They have that great talent. Damschroeder's been held in check as a receiver in this game, but not there as a return man. He started off to the right, and he got turned around by the contain. But when he comes back reversing his field, Berwick's lost contain here on the near side. There's no one really to stop him from turning it up. And boy, when he turned it up, he had the speed.
58 yards on the kick return by Trey Damschroeder. And Williamsport at the Berwick 28-yard line. Williams rolls right, looking. Fires incomplete. Had a man open over the middle. But Berwick with good pursuit. In fact, he took a hit. Lucas Naughton was the player open. But perhaps the pressure had something to do with that incompletion.
J.J. Leonard is playing the outside position as a down tackle, but he has contain on that as they're dropping the end on that side into pass coverage. He would not let Tevin Williams get outside of him. He played it slowly, played it patiently, said it's better to let him throw than to let him run.
And again, Williams is limping noticeably. I don't know how much running we'll see out of him now. as he gets a pass off to the far side of Naughton. What a great tackle in the open field.
Caleb May at the corner on that far side. Saw the pass develop underneath, a little 3-yard out to Naughton. They've been doing that 2 or 3 times in the course of this game. Caleb May read it very well, came up and made the hit.
3rd and 13 for the Millionaires, obviously in 4-down territory at the Berwick 31-yard line with 2:20 remaining in this half.
And as you mentioned, if this quarterback is slowed down by a hit in the leg, it makes it all the tougher to convert here on 3rd and long without his ability to scramble.
3 receivers to the right, Dan Schroeder to the left. Williams, play action. He is going to keep the football, gets outside right, and is forced out of bounds at about the 25-yard line. It'll be 4th down coming up. Defended very well by Caleb May.
Yeah, but he played it well. He took that shotgun snap, made a little move to the right like he was going to roll in that direction, got the defensive end to come upfield, and then ran inside of him. So it seemed like he was planning to run, even if it wasn't the huddle call.
They gave him 5 yards on that play. Here's a 4th and 8. Williamsport at the Berwick 26-yard line. The 3 receivers now are to the left. Dan Schroeder to the right. 4th down call coming. Williams, straight drop back to throw. He's going to carry the football, head for the sideline, gets the 1st down. Well, Gimpy or not, he is some kind of athlete as he runs for the 1st down on a 4th and 8.
And again, he gives the look like he's going to pass, gives a little juke, finds the open lane, and once he's past that line of scrimmage, Berwick's back covering receivers. No one in the area to make the tackle.
9 yards on that carry by Tevin Williams.
Give him 100 yards rushing on the game.
1st down, Millionaires at the Bulldogs 17, 150 remaining in the half. Williams fires a quick out, has Naughton. Naughton looking for room. Berwick all over the play. He'll be forced out of bounds across the way after a very short gain.
Yeah, it seems he is the short game receiver, Jim. They throw it to him behind the line or a little quick 2-yard outs and hope that he can then run and get further than that. But Berwick is covering that man up short, and they'll just gain a yard.
Gabe Decker among the people in on the play. They mark it at the 16, 2nd down and 9. Got out of bounds. Clock stops with 1:43 remaining in the half. 3 receivers to the right. Williams, empty backfield, has the snap. Back to throw. Looking, fires over the middle, has a man for the touchdown. It's Dan Schroeder across the middle for the score. A bullet by Tevin Williams from 16 yards out.
Really a nice design. Berwick's coming with a controlled pass rush, worried about this quarterback running. He takes the shotgun snap, scans the field, but has Dan Schroeder in mind. He knows where his leading receiver's going to be. Finds him near the goalpost in the back of the end zone.
16 yards on the reception by the leading receiver for this Williamsport team, Trey Schroeder. Ungard will attempt the extra point. Kick is blocked. So the extra point attempt fails. Timeout on the field. 1:38 remaining in the 1st half. Berwick 35, Williamsport 16. You're listening to Bulldogs football on Goat Rocks, PA.
For over 50 years, you've trusted Overhead Door to provide the finest quality residential and commercial garage door products, installation, and service. With winter right around the corner, your garage doors need a tune-up. For only $99 for one or $125 for multiple doors, they'll check, lube, and adjust your garage doors and openers so they operate smoothly. Call for their seasonal tune-up special, Overhead Door of Berwick. They're more than just doors. See their 5-star rating on their Google business page or visit ohdberwick.com.
This is Berwick football coach CJ Curry. You're listening to Bulldogs football on 102, 104, and 107 The Goat.
Williamsport scores after a long kick return of 58 yards by Dan Schroeder, and then he finishes off with a 16-yard touchdown reception. Berwick leads 35-16. Ungard kick A line drive fielded up the middle by Caleb Yost, the 5 to the 10, to the 15, to the 20, breaks out of a tackle, looking for some running room, gets out to the 30-yard line before he's tackled by about 5 white jerseys. He always gets the most out of those returns. Now, Berwick, 1:29 to go, but they have their full complement of timeouts remaining. And they have only punted once in this game, so the offense has been red hot.
Yeah, and while most teams would go to a 2-minute offense and you'd be passing the ball and worry on stopping the clock, with the timeouts, Ty Wilkerson is just going to get carry after carry, Jim. And with that amount of time and with the timeouts they have, 5 or 6 carries, any one of them can end up in the end zone. He's proven rather unstoppable. 17 carries on the game, 280 yards.
And Wilkerson lines up in a slot this time to the right side. And now he comes in motion. He'll line up to the right of Cleaver, who waits the shotgun snap. And Wilkerson gets the handoff. Off the left side, he'll get to about the 34-yard line on a first down carry. And an injured player on the field.
Looks like a cramp, Jim. They're holding his foot up and holding his toe. And, he's yelling that it hurts and it cramps and it pains, but it will go away as they pull the toe back for him. I believe it's one of the linemen. I'm seeing a heavier number on the inside. Might be Nico Lonzinski yet again, Jim.
So 4 yards for Ty Wilkerson on that carry. Berwick did not have to use a timeout because of the injury, so they still have 3 remaining. Stay with us at halftime. Chris Ungard will bring us updated on the high school football scoreboard as we take a look at weekend number 8 of the 10-week regular season. Selinsgrove will be here next week for the Bulldogs' final regular season home game. Of course, they're hoping to win out. If they do that, they will have a couple of postseason games as a possibility. They will be the number 1 seed. Again, this would be a big win with lots of points if Berwick can continue to win this one.
And Berwick looks in good position, Jim, to get the top seed in the district. The question is, and even the coaches weren't sure of this, is it a 4-team district playoff or is it like last year an 8-team district playoff? Are you assured of 2 home games or are you assured of 3? And it seems the state has made a decision. They want to bring it down to a 4-game district playoff. We have to get confirmation on all that, but it's a change in the mindset.
Here is Berwick with a 2nd and 6 at their own 34. Play action. Cleaver back to throw, looking long, and Gabe Decker got turned around. There was pretty good coverage downfield regardless. So it'll be an incompletion, bring up a 3rd and 6. Clock stops with 1:06 to go in the half.
And with the injury timeout, you have time to think, what do you want to do? And with the clock being a factor, a pass play is a good play there. Gabe Decker, Jim, almost unbelievable after the strong season he had receiving last year. Doesn't have a catch yet this year. Of course, he's contributed mightily on the defensive end. And in the blocking end is one of these blocking backs and power backs for Ty Wilkerson.
And in fairness, Berwick has completed only 9 passes on the season. Here's the 3rd down. Toss, sweep, left side, Ty Wilkerson. Looking for room, turns the corner at the 40, the 45 to midfield, out of bounds in Williamsport territory.
Dam Schroeder eventually working him out at the sideline, but not until he gets to chains and crosses midfield. That might be a 300-yard game at this point, Jim.
47, 16, and 19.
And that will be 303 yards by my count here in the first half in a game that's 35-16, and you're not going to be pulling Ty Wilkerson early in this one.
Henry Snyder is the center, having replaced Nico Lonzinski. 58 seconds to go in the half. Berwick with still 3 timeouts remaining. Wilkerson splits wide to the right side and rolling that way and looking long is Cleaver, and Wilkerson has a step and he drops the football. Well, if he has any kryptonite, that's it, his hands.
Early in his career, they wanted him to be a receiver because of his speed and his 6'2" height, Jim, and he just struggled holding on to the football. Even when he'd catch it, they'd often knock it away and there'd be a fumble. You're right, it's the kryptonite. It's not really the best part of his game, but Hey, I'll take 303 yards rushing in the first half if they have to suffer a drop. Yeah.
By the way, beautiful throw by Brady Cleaver.
Wonderful, wonderful throw right there.
2nd and 10. Berwick at the 47. Wilkerson on the sideline now. Last time he went to the sideline, Caleb May became the running back, and he's in there now. And a toss sweep to the right side. It's a bad toss. And Caleb able to get on it back at the Berwick 49-yard line, and the Bulldogs will use one of their timeouts. 46 seconds to go, opening half, 35-10. Berwick, you're listening to Bulldogs football on Goat Rocks, PA.
Looking for Berwick's hometown realtor? Meet Janae Kalarko of eXp Realty. She loves sports, family, friends, and helping you sell or buy your dream home. Janae works 24/7 to get you the best value and the perfect home. And she makes the process fun, stress-free, and full of good laughs. That's the Janae way. Call or text Janae Kalarko with eXp Realty today. And don't forget to follow her on TikTok and Instagram for tips and real estate updates. Janae Kalarko, eXp Realty, your hometown realtor who works hard and makes it fun.
This is Berwick football coach CJ Curry. You're listening to Bulldogs football on 102, 104, and 107 The Goat.
46 seconds remaining, opening half. Berwick 35, Williamsport 16. Bulldogs following their timeout, 3rd and 14 at their own 49-yard line. Wilkerson is back in there as the running back to the left of Cleaver, who gets the shotgun snap, play action, dumps the pass to the far side to Caleb May. He is hit. The ball is loose and being carried down the far sideline. Cleaver tries to make a saving stop, and he does at the 10-yard line.
It was Giovanni White who picked up the ball. It was a lateral, Jim, and as soon as Caleb May is ready to touch it, he's collided with by Giovanni White, who realizes, hey, that's a live ball. It's sideways or backwards. I'm not hearing a whistle. He follows it, scoops it, and runs. But the quarterback is able to follow on down and push him out of bounds before he can score.
That's a great effort by Brady Cleaver. We'll see if it pays off for Berwick. Williamsport from the Berwick 14. Williams back to throw. Now he's going to keep the football, and he slides down inside the 10, down to about the 8. I have Williamsport with one timeout remaining. They're not using it. They're coming quickly to the line of scrimmage. Clock running, 24 seconds to go in the half. 5 yards on that carry. 2nd and 5. Williams, empty backfield. Has the snap. Back to throw. Looking. Rolling right. Headed toward the sideline. Gets out of bounds. But with just 7 seconds remaining in the half.
Jim, he got shook up a little bit on the last tackle. You can see him almost trying to shake the cobwebs out before the snap comes back. And he was very hesitant to run with that football. No one opened. He eventually stepped toward the sideline and took it a few steps in. Stops the clock with 7 seconds. They'll get a chance on this perhaps last play to make something happen.
Well, they'd like to at least get 3 out of it. So they'll head to the Berwick. Desperately wants a timeout. The official not hearing C.J. Curry's running, jumping, trying to get the official's attention. Can't do it. And Williams is going to be dragged down the 12-yard line. Great play. And Williamsport will use a timeout with 1 second remaining in the half. As Berwick wanted a timeout, couldn't get it. And Skylar Neville, though, bails him out with a great defensive play.
He was able to front the quarterback who couldn't run outside, couldn't run inside. He just then runs in, and it's number to number, chest to chest with a bear hug to bring the quarterback down safely. Maybe should have stood him up for 1 more second, Jim, and that would eliminate any chance of a score.
Well, what frustration of the Berwick coaching staff. They had 3 coaches, including C.J. Curry, as far down the line as they could, jumping, screaming, timeout. The official either didn't hear them or ignored them. And it worked out well, though, because of Skylar Neville and the field goal unit on for the Millionaires.
It'll be a bit of a sharp angle, Jim. You know, they're in relatively close, and it's on the right hash. But kickers work from these hash marks more so than they do the middle of the field. And we know this kid has an outstanding leg.
Ungard will try it. This will be a 30-yard field goal attempt with 1 second to go in the half. Snap, placement, kick is up, and the kick is good. So that ends the first half of play with the score. Berwick 35, Williamsport 19. You're listening to Berwick Football on Go Rocks, PA.
Mason's Monogramming has the largest selection of Bulldog items in Berwick. Family owned with more than 35 years experience. And new Bulldog wear for every age, including t-shirts, sweatshirts, jackets, polos, hats, and more. They even make online fundraising easy for you. Stop in today to discuss your next fundraising opportunity. You can also shop at masonsmonogramming.com for their new inventory and select in-person pickup or shipping right to you. Follow their Instagram at Mason's Monogramming for their latest new items. Mason's Monogram Service in Berwick. Let them personalize for you.
It won't be long before tax time rolls around, so remember to visit Michael Daddio CPA at ND Accounting and Consulting for your income tax needs. ND Accounting and Consulting handles both business and individual taxes, as well as offering a variety of accounting services, including payroll, auditing, and bookkeeping. For tax and accounting services, look for Michael Daddio CPA at ND Accounting and Consulting with 2 locations, 214 Pine Street in Berwick and 5929 Main Road in Sweet Valley.
Hey guys, this is Ray,
Chad, and Pat
from Blaze Alexander GMC of Greater Hazelton. It is October. It is Breast Cancer Awareness Month. What are we going to do?
We're going to sell all new in-stock inventory at $1,000 under invoice.
That's the best news I've heard in a long time.
We're going to give a $100 donation to the Breast Cancer Awareness for every vehicle sold this month in October.
That's amazing.
That's awesome. So do your part. Remember, come to Blaze Alexander Greater Hazelton. We're not just a great car dealership. We go for great causes.
$100 donation for every vehicle sold.
$1,000 under invoice.
And don't forget, we have the lowest price guarantee.
Well, we'll give you $1,000.
Got that Berwick Bulldog spirit? Go to Papa Lou's Place on Vine Street, 2 blocks from Crispin Field, where the Berwick Bulldogs games are on. And there's live music on the patio after each home game, with drink specials every Friday. And try their famous smash burgers, homemade pierogies, and broadster wings with a variety of homemade sauces. Nobody does Berwick High School football like Papa Lou's Place, where the beer is fresh, the food is amazing, and the service is top-notch. See their Facebook page for details and go to Papa Lou's Place to see what the buzz is about.
Ready to tackle your financial goals? First Keystone Community Bank invites you to play smart with your savings. Lock in a 182-day CD at 4.25% annual percentage yield to enjoy the winning combination of security, high interest, and short-term convenience. Go for the goal with a First Keystone Community Bank CD. For more information, visit fkc.bank. Minimum balance to earn annual percentage yield is $5,000. Terms apply. Member FDIC.
Neighbor Fence Company has fencing for where you want it, serving Columbia, Montour, and Luzerne counties. Neighbor Fence provides top-quality residential and commercial fencing, vinyl, chain link, wood, aluminum, and ornamental fencing, plus vinyl railing and specialty products. Neighbor Fence Company, 1140 State Route 239 in Wapwallopen. Call 570-752-4423 or visit them online at neighborfencecompany.com. Neighbor Fence Company is a proud sponsor of local youth athletic teams.
1, 2, 3.
Now it's time for the Berwick Bulldogs halftime show on 102, 104, and 107, The GOAT.
We have had a full game of scoring, and it's just halftime here at Crispin Field. 35-19. Berwick leads it. The Bulldogs started very, very quickly in this one. Scored on the 3rd play after taking the opening kickoff. A 47-yard run by Ty Wilkerson. Caleb Yost with the extra point. Berwick took a 7-0 lead with 10:54 to go in the first quarter. Bulldogs added to that lead late in the quarter. Gabe Decker blocked a Williamsport punt, and Gabe Decker finished a 6-play, 53-yard scoring drive on a 14-yard run from his tight end position, moved to a wing, took the inside handoff. Caleb Yost again with the extra point. 14-0 Berwick, 6:04 to go in that opening quarter. Williamsport had 3 long kick returns in the game. After Gabe Decker's touchdown, they got one of those. They got to the Berwick 29, but 4th and 10 play wasn't able to make the play. Berwick got the football. Ty Wilkerson got a break after a couple of runs. And Caleb May came in, carried 3 straight plays. One was for 45 yards. The last one was 12 yards for a touchdown. Caleb Yost kicked the extra point. 21-0 was the Berwick lead. But Williamsport got on the board with a 6-play, 65-yard drive. Their outstanding sophomore quarterback, Kevin Williams, with a 14-yard run. He also had runs of 24 and 27 on that drive. Berwick then scored on the first play of the second quarter with that 21-7 lead. Ty Wilkerson from 65 yards out extend the lead to 28-7. Williamsport came back, a 6-play drive, capped on a 39-yard field goal by Braden Ungard, making it 28-10. 3 plays later, Ty Wilkerson with his 24th rushing touchdown of the season, this one from 60 yards out. Caleb Yost with the extra point, 35-10 Berwick. But Williamsport would go on to score the final 9 points of that quarter. And remember, there was just 1:38 left when Tevin Williams hit Trey Damschroeder from 16 yards out, capping a drive to make it 35-16. Berwick still had time, but there was a toss sweep to the left side to Caleb May, and as soon as the ball got in his hands, he was hit by Giovanni White, who not only made the big hit, but the recovery took it down the far sideline to the 14. Berwick defense stiffened there, and with 1 second remaining in the half, a 30-yard field goal by Braden Giovanni makes our halftime score Berwick 35 and Williamsport 19. So a significant end of the half for Williamsport as they stay in it. It's now a 2-possession game. 35-19 Bulldogs. Homecoming activities going on down the field here at Crispin Field. We'll have the first half stats, and boy, there were some impressive ones from Andy Ulickney, and also a look at the scoreboard with Chris Ungard. So stay with us. You're listening to Bulldogs football on Goat Rocks, PA.
The Mayo Funeral Homes, located at 110 Chestnut Street in Berwick and 77 Main Street in Chickasha, are proud sponsors of Berwick Bulldog football. The Mayo Funeral Homes, serving all faiths, makes it easier for those you love with pre-arranged funeral counseling, insurance, and pre-financed funerals. Mayo Funeral Homes also offers expert guidance in both traditional and cremation services. Mayo Funeral Homes, perfection in every detail.
Are your appliances feeling a little bit outdated? You're looking for the best deals in town? Well, look no further than Flick Brothers Electric, your go-to family-owned appliance paradise. Flick Brothers Electric has all the top-notch name-brand appliances you could ever dream of. Washers, dryers, refrigerators, dishwashers, microwave stoves. They even give free estimates on Fujitsu ductless air conditioner heat pump units. Flick Brothers Electric on Maple Lane, keeping Bloomsburg cool, clean, and cooking for over 65 years. Call them at 570-784-3444.
It won't be long before tax time rolls around, so remember to visit Michael Daddio CPA at ND Accounting and Consulting for your income tax needs. ND Accounting and Consulting handles both business and individual taxes, as well as offering a variety of accounting services, including payroll, auditing, and bookkeeping. For tax and accounting services, look for Michael Daddio CPA at ND Accounting and Consulting with 2 locations, 214 Pine Street in Berwick and 5929 Main Road in Sweet Valley.
Looking for convenient and reliable waste disposal? If you need residential, curbside pickup, or dumpster rentals, EcoFirst Logistics full-service trash service has you covered from Bloomsburg to Hazleton and surrounding areas. They're designed to make waste disposal easy, hassle-free, and eco-friendly, ensuring what can be saved is sorted out. EcoFirst Logistics also offers roll-off dumpsters for all your construction, demolition, and junk hauling needs. Visit them online or call EcoFirst Logistics, a proud supporter of the Berwick Bulldogs.
In case you haven't noticed, it's that time of year when it gets chillier every day. Is your vehicle ready? Let MasterTech Auto Services of Berwick winterize your car and ensure your precious cargo stays safe. They have a great selection of brand name tires, and you can save 25% on mounting and balancing when you buy a set of 4. MasterTech Auto Services will do their best to get you in and out the same day. Schedule an appointment now at MasterTechAutoBerwick.com with Saturdays now available. Saving you money every step of the way. MasterTech Auto Services in Berwick.
Neighbor Fence Company has fencing for where you want it, serving Columbia, Montour, and Luzerne counties. Neighbor Fence provides top-quality residential and commercial fencing, vinyl, chain link, wood, aluminum, and ornamental fencing, plus vinyl railing and specialty products. Neighbor Fence Company, 1140 State Route 239 in Wapwallopen. Call 570-752-4423 or visit them online at neighborfencecompany.com. Neighbor Fence Company is a proud sponsor of local youth athletic teams.
This is Berwick football coach CJ Curry. You're listening to Bulldogs football on 102, 104, and 107 The GOAT.
Halftime from Crispin Field in Berwick. A lot of scoring in that first half. 35-19 is the Berwick lead over Williamsport here at the break. Some amazing first half numbers besides the scoreboard. Stats with Andy.
Yeah, which stunning stat you want to start with? The running of quarterback Tevin Williams. He had a 100-yard game, but Skylar Neville knocked him back for 2 on one of the last plays of the half. So he has 11 rushes for 98 yards and just seems to be playing at another level. But then talking about really playing at another level, Tymir Wilkerson seems he enjoys seeing Williamsport each year. Last year it was a 366-yard effort. Will he top it? It looks likely. He's going to have to stay in because the score is close enough. Here at halftime, Ty Wilkerson with 19 carries, 303 yards. Let's stay with Berwick statistics. With those 303 yards of Wilkerson, they have 392 on the game, and of course that's 392 in the rushing game as well. 29 rushes in all, 399 positive, 7 in losses for a net of 392. Wilkerson, unbelievable running. It just seems he gets going and gets past that first line of defense. 8 people in the box and others creeping up, and then who's left to stop him? So a lot of big explosive plays. 19 carries in all for 303 yards with another half to go in a competitive score. Gabe Decker took a little wing-back reverse, stepped back from his tight end position and went for 14 yards on the ground. His first carry of the year. Caleb May had a couple carries. He had a couple more in this game. 3 carries in all for 53 yards, including a touchdown. The team give them 2 plays for -7 yards on troublesome snaps and pitches, so they'll take those off of the positive totals. Brady Cleaver at quarterback, 4 carries, 24 positive yards. Add them all up, subtract the 7 negative yards, and it's 29 rushes, 392 yards. Brady Cleaver's 0 for 4 passing, but he deserves better. He had Ty Wilkerson down the middle wide open, and Ty just didn't catch it. That could have been a 50-yard catch. He had another one downfield. I believe it was Shiloh Escobar who should have caught one and wasn't able to hold on to that one either. Another 40 or 50 yards. So catches that should have been made that weren't keep Brady Cleaver's passing numbers at 0 for 4 in the half for 0 yards. The net then is all the rushing numbers, 392 yards rushing, total of 33 plays, including those 4 passes. Taking a look at Williamsport, they're tricky. Not much out of the standard offense. Giovanni White is the tailback, but you don't see much of him. 4 carries for 5 yards. He's had a little bit of success in the passing game. They've thrown his way. A 7-yard catch to his credit. He's had a big defensive play, picking off a lateral, smashing it away, taking it, scooping it, running it down to help. It looked like he was going to get a touchdown out of it, but Brady Cleaver ran him down, and his team had to settle for a field goal. So Giovanni White, the only ball carrier beside the quarterback, Tevin Williams, but what a ball carrier he's proven to be. He's just playing the game on a different plane. He has 11 rushes for a net of 98 yards. We've seen him twist his ankle, but still come up strong enough to make the plays. Good decision-making when the pass isn't there to turn it upfield and run. A lot of quarterback draws, a couple other design plays. So 98 yards rushing for the sophomore quarterback, Tevin Williams, who started against Berwick last year. Passing, he's no slouch, 10 of 22, no interceptions, 77 yards in the air, and a few other balls that probably could have been caught that weren't. Looking at his receivers, the top receiver on the year has been Trey Damschroeder. He has 2 catches in this game for 24 yards, including a 16-yard touchdown. We mentioned Giovanni White out of the backfield, nice 7-yard catch. His big 6'5" tight end, Kason Ulmer, 2 catches for 26. And then Lucas Naughton, better known for his linebacker play, had 3 catches coming into the game. In this game, a bigger part of the game plan, they're throwing to him underneath, 5 catches in all, a total of 20 yards. Add up the receivers, 10 catches and 22 attempts, 77 in the air. Add in the 103 net on the ground. They have 180 yards on their 37 plays. Compare that to Berwick's 33 plays and 392. And, Jim, it's a bit of a slugfest. Who can stop the other's talent? It's been a challenge to the defenses.
It was 35-10 at one point. Looked like an easy win for the Bulldogs, but it's not now. It's a 2-possession game. Williamsport will get the football to start the second half, and their biggest strength has been kick returns, so I'm sure that's one thing Berwick is discussing at the half. 35-19 Bulldogs. Will check other scores with Chris Haugard. When we return, you're listening to Berwick Football on Goat Rocks, PA.
We've all been there, faced with a physical setback. Whether you've suffered a sports injury that takes you out of the game, or your aches and pains are keeping you from doing what you love, we all want the same thing, to get your life back. Thankfully, you can trust the region's only nationally ranked orthopedic team to help get you there. At Lehigh Valley Orthopedic Institute, we turn setbacks into comebacks, one movement at a time. Lehigh Valley Orthopedic Institute. Comebacks begin here.
Do you suffer from tired, achy, heavy legs? Are you looking to elevate your performance and style? Discover the perfect fusion of fashion and function at the Compression Shop of Berwick. If you're looking for medical or athletic compression wear, if you're looking to power through your workday, or you're looking to recover post-workout, the Compression Shop has personalized consultations, and most of the products are try before you buy. All military get 10% off every day. The Compression Shop Berwick, West Front Street. Check out their Facebook page.
Did you inherit an estate, or did you recently buy real estate that needs to be cleaned out? J-Dog Junk Removal and Hauling of Berwick is the easiest and the fastest when it comes to big clean-outs. They'll also clean out your attic, basement, or garage. Wherever you've got junk, call J-Dog Junk Removal and Hauling today at 844-GET-JDOG and get your job done the military way with respect, integrity, and trust. J-Dog Junk Removal and Hauling. It's proudly veteran-owned and operated.
For over 50 years, you've trusted Overhead Door to provide the finest quality residential and commercial garage door products, installation, and service. With winter right around the corner, your garage doors need a tune-up. For only $99 for one or $125 for multiple doors, they'll check, lube, and adjust your garage doors and openers so they operate smoothly. Call for their seasonal tune-up special, Overhead Door of Berwick. They're more than just doors. See their 5-star rating on their Google business page or visit ohdberwick.com.
The Mayo Funeral Homes, located at 110 Chestnut Street in Berwick and 77 Main Street in Chickashinny, are proud sponsors of Berwick Bulldog football. The Mayo Funeral Homes, serving all faiths, makes it easier for those you love with pre-arranged funeral counseling, insurance, and pre-financed funerals. Mayo Funeral Homes also offers expert guidance in both traditional and cremation services. Mayo Funeral Homes, perfection in every detail.
Looking for Berwick's hometown realtor? Meet Janae Calarco of eXp Realty. She loves sports, family, friends, and helping you sell or buy your dream home. Janae works 24/7 to get you the best value and the perfect home. And she makes the process fun, stress-free, and full of good laughs. That's the Janae way. Call or text Janae Calarco with eXp Realty today. And don't forget to follow her on TikTok and Instagram for tips and real estate updates. Janae Calarco, eXp Realty, your hometown realtor who works hard and makes it fun.
This is Berwick football coach CJ Curry. You're listening to Bulldogs football on 102, 104, and 107 The GOAT.
Homecoming festivities have ended on the field here at Crispin Field. We're a couple minutes away from the start of the second half. Haven't seen either team make their appearance yet on the field. Berwick in a wild first half, leading Williamsport 35-19. For an update on other scores, let's go to Chris Haugard.
Yeah, Jim, taking a look at Week 8, the scoreboard here for high school football. Hollidaysburg on top of Selinsgrove, who Berwick will see next week, 34-7. That game at the half. Crestwood on top of Dallas, 57-13. That game at halftime as well. Honesdale leading Greater Nanticoke area, 42-7. That game at the half as well. Hanover area, big lead on Columbia Montour Votech, 49-0. That game at halftime. Pittston area leading Hazelton area, 21-0. That game at the half as well. Wyoming area with a 7-0 lead over Lake Lehman. That game just getting underway in the third. Scranton Prep with a 21-0 lead over Mid-Valley. That game at halftime. Tunkhannock with a 7-0 lead over Montrose. That game in the third. Delaware Valley on top of Valley View, 27-0. That game in the third. Bloomsburg on top of Shikellamy, 20-7. That game at the half. Mifflinburg, a big lead over Central Columbia, 58-0 at the half. Loyalsock on top of Danville, 27-12. That game just getting underway in the second half. Jersey Shore, a 23-7 lead over Penwood. That game still in the second quarter. Shamokin looking to stay unbeaten, a 21-0 lead over Lewisburg in the third. Milton with a 26-0 lead over Midwest. That game still in the second quarter. Southern Columbia in a tight game, 13-3 over Montoursville in the third. And Mount Carmel on top of Central Mountain, 35-0. That game just beginning in the second half. That's your Week 8 out-of-town scoreboard.
Okay, thank you very much, Chris. Both teams have made their appearance out in the field. We're a couple minutes away from the start of the second half. Andy, let's talk about two Berwick issues to start this second half. One is the kick coverage, and I'm not sure what to suggest because several of the kicks came up short, and yet they were great run backs. In fact, Berwick's best situation on a kickoff is when it went out of bounds, and Williamsport got it at their 35.
I don't know what you would do. You could kick it even less, really squib it and make somebody fall on it. But, sometimes you just have to have a little more faith in that kick coverage team. Talk to them, yell at them, tell your people, look, you must keep contained. Even if it's going away from you, then you have backside contained. Don't let them reverse their field and make something happen from there. But, again, the skill level of these Williamsport athletes is just outstanding. And there's 4 or 5 or 6 or 7 people that have great speed, great athleticism. They can put the moves on you at any time. Tevin Williams, we've seen him take the opening kickoff, and we've seen him rush for almost 100 yards in the first half at quarterback. But then a guy like Trey Damschroeder has hurt them along the way as well. I don't know what I would do as a coach, but I think I'd certainly challenge my kick coverage people. But let's be a little bit more attentive. Let's make sure we get them down, not assume they'll be a tackle.
Well, the other major issue is getting heat on the quarterback. Berwick's done that. But again, we talk about a controlled rush and not letting him get outside, not letting him go for tough yardage. But that's easier said than done.
It's a lot easier said than done, but I think they've been doing more of the controlled rush of late. I've noticed J.J. Leonard is one of the control rushers on the outside, as Berwick likes to drop a defensive end into the flat for coverage. And I thought J.J. Leonard was doing a real nice job. Not hurrying, not trying to make the sack, but just not letting that quarterback run around him or then run inside of him. Skyler Neville on his end is trying to hold his own. But then you also get lanes on the inside. But Berwick with a 5-man line for most of this game seems to have 3 pretty good rushers in there. It's tough to get this guy and bring him down. He's slippery. He finds ways of eluding people, of quickly turning things into the runs if you give him any type of lane where he can see it and make it go.
In a strange way, Berwick goes in at halftime, almost 400 yards offense, 35 points on the board, and Williamsport probably felt better in their half house than Berwick did because they scored the last 9 points of the second.
And would have felt even better if the Scoopid score turned into a touchdown as well. But thank Brady Cleaver at Berwick's end, the quarterback, seeing his lateral pass being ruled as a backward pass, following up and being able to run down Giovanni White at the very end of that play and keeping it to a field goal.
Well, the first possession of the second half will be big. Williamsport has made it a 2-possession game, and Berwick has had all kind of problems covering kicks, and they will be kicking off to the Millionaires. We'll be moving from our right to our left. Even when the kick came up short, it went, unfortunately, from Berwick to Giovanni White, who had a long run back. So that's where we stand. 35-19 is the Berwick lead. Again, Bulldogs need this one to maintain the top spot in those power rankings in District 2 AAA. Beating a 6A school with a winning record, which Williamsport represents, would be huge. But a whole half of football to go. and it is just a two-possession game.
Caleb Yost is going to put the ball on the left hash to kick it off. Now, it never seems to be a method to the madness of where he wants this ball to be. He's going to approach it from his soccer style, but will he put it down the middle of the field? Or will he try to pooch it up high?
So Yost, the sophomore, has his signal from the officiating crew, and the second half is underway. Low line drive kick will be fielded by Williams at the 15-yard line to the 20, and he's hit back for a loss back to about the 24-yard line. Great coverage that time.
Skylar Neville is the man who came down, Jim. The ball's rolling, and you have to be careful in picking it up. You don't want to fumble that around. So by the time Tevin Williams, the quarterback, who's also kick returner, picks it up and gets 4 or 5 yards, Skylar Neville is fronting him very quickly and put a hard hit on him.
1st and 10, Williamsport. Their worst starting position of this game. They have it at their 25-yard line. Just underway here in the third. Berwick leading 35-19. Williams out of the pistol. White is the running back behind him, and Williams is back to throw, and he's looking. Big pass rush. He stumbles inside the 10. He's still on his feet. Turns the corner at the 20, the 25, and out of bounds at the 30-yard line. He just makes something out of nothing.
And again, Berwick had Gabe Decker as a stand-up defensive end, and he's playing it as a lineman, not floating back into coverage. But he didn't play contain. He gave up contain. Maybe by design they were sending him up the middle and the tackle would loop outside. But people felt, oh, we have a shot at this quarterback. Well, no, you don't. He doesn't stay there. He moves, he rolls, and he just rolls so well.
5 yards on a 50-yard run. 2nd and 5, Williamsport at their own 30. Low snap. Williams gets it. Now here comes the big pass rush, and he'll be sacked back at the 14-yard line. The low snap did it. He couldn't recover, and Gabe Decker wraps him up.
I think Berwick has changed its defense around. Gabe Decker, who's been playing a drop end to get into pass coverage, is lining up in the front 5, and he's playing a bit of a rush end on these passes. Sometime looping in, sometime looping out. So it's the second time we've seen him involved in chasing this quarterback.
3rd and 20 for the Millionaires. Back at their 15-yard line. Williams out of the pistol. 3 receivers to the right. Low snap again.
Reverse.
Williams gives on the reverse. It's Dan Schroeder, and Berwick plays it well, and Brady Cleaver knocks him out of bounds at around the 20-yard line. So good defensive series for Berwick, helped by 2 bad snaps.
Yeah, but it didn't stop the play, Jim, and it was very deceptive. He picks it up, and it has the look of going to be a pitch to the right, like an option going right. Instead, Dan Schroeder intercepts the pitch coming from right to left and turns it into a reverse. Good thing that Brady Cleaver plays that outside backside very well.
Cleaver back along with Shiloh Escobar. Normally it would be Cleaver along with Galvin Galusha, but Galusha out with the injury. Ungard awaits the snap back at the Millionaires' 6-yard line. Low snap again. Gets the kick away. Escobar at the 45-yard line looking for some running room to the 40, and Shiloh Escobar on the return to the Williamsport 38-yard line. So all of a sudden, Williamsport didn't have a problem with a snap at all in the first half, and they have 3 here early in the second half. Just a 20-yard punt and a 6-yard return, and Berwick in business for their first possession of this third quarter.
And if the punter was fielding that on the bounce cleanly, Jim, he had downed himself. He went down on a knee to kind of block it, but he fumbled with it, and while he got up, the knee's now off the ground, he's able to get the punt away.
And Ty Wilkerson, who's probably run out of the Wildcat more than any game this season, has it again. Tries the left side, and he'll get to about the 35-yard line. He'll pick up about 3 yards on that first down carry as Giovanni White makes the stop for the Millionaires.
Yeah, a lot of people converging. He's going to draw it. He thought he was going to take it a little bit wider outside. Everett Snyder had the block, but he felt he can go north-south and gain 4 or 5 yards, and he did.
3 yards to be exact to the 35. 2nd down and 7 for the Bulldogs. Wide receiver to either side. Now Cleaver's back in there. He'll take the snap.
Cleaver.
Fake handoff, keeps the football, 30, 25, 20, 15, 10, 5, and he is in for a touchdown. Brady Cleaver goes the distance, 35 yards.
Beautiful run. Token fake, like he's going to give it to Ty Wilkerson off to the left. Pulls it, hits over the right guard, up the middle. The blocking is there, and boy, he shows his speed, Jim, and it's great speed. The acceleration through the line and all the way into the end zone.
So 35 yards on the touchdown run by freshman quarterback Brady Cleaver's 8th rushing touchdown of the season. And Caleb Yost will attempt the extra point out of the hold of Ashton Smith. Gabe Decker's snap is there. Placement. The kick is up, and the kick is good. Time out of the field. 10:06 to go in the third. Berwick 42. Williamsport 19. You're listening to Bulldogs football on Goat Rocks, PA.
We've all been there, faced with a physical setback. Whether you've suffered a sports injury that takes you out of the game, or your aches and pains are keeping you from doing what you love, we all want the same thing, to get your life back. Thankfully, you can trust the region's only nationally ranked orthopedic team to help get you there. At Lehigh Valley Orthopedic Institute, we turn setbacks into comebacks, one movement at a time. Lehigh Valley Orthopedic Institute. Comebacks begin here.
WLYC AM Williamsport, WHLM AM, WCFT HD3 Bloomsburg. 102, 104, and 107. The GOAT, a Seven Mountains Media radio station.
Quick start to the second half of the Bulldogs. Long run by Brady Cleaver extending the lead. Kickoff by Caleb Yost. Takes a high hop. Damschroeder back at the 5-yard line. Hemmed in by Escobar and then pulled down the 15-yard line. Terrific coverage by Berwick. Sawyer Keller in on the stop. And whatever the Bulldogs said about kick coverage at halftime, so far it's paying off.
Yeah, they had contain. He wanted to come straight up the sideline, but the contain man was there. Forced back to the middle field, and that's where Sawyer Keller was. So it was a big rolling kick. They're a little hard to field. This will be set up on the 15-yard line.
Yeah, the previous possession started at their 25. That was their worst starting position of the game, and now back at the 15. Ashton Smith is in there for Berwick on this series. Looks like he's playing a linebacker position. As 1st and 10. Millionaires from their 15. Williams has the snap. Back to throw. Big pass rush. Rolls right. Fires a lob pass. Has a man wide open to the 29. The 30, the 35. He fumbles the football, but Williamsport gets on it at midfield.
Giovanni White with the catch. Found it behind the short zone and then the deeper zone. They hit him very nicely with a touch pass, caught it and got the quick acceleration. But as he tried to finish the run and extend himself, let the ball get away. But Williamsport falls back on it.
Kason Ulmer with the recovery. 32 yards altogether on that play. And the Millionaires first out there, 47. 3 receivers to the right, all looking to the sideline, along with the sophomore quarterback, Tevin Williams. First down call. Williams has the snap. Back to throw, gets the pass away, incomplete. Boy, Gabe Decker was across that line of scrimmage in a hurry. Williams did a great job just to get that pass away.
And Alex Strella immediately on the receiver, Giovanni White, up near the line of scrimmage. Like a dart, really came up hard.
And now Williams is really hurt as he limps to the sideline, wasn't putting any weight on his left foot. So we'll see who they come up with. Now, Kason Ulmer has had some snaps this year. He's 3 for 8 in passing, and it looks like he will be the quarterback. So Williams out of there early here in the third.
Laying down on the sideline, Jim. Deep enough to be off, he's not near the field of play.
Ulmer awaits the shotgun snap. He's got a running back to either side. Ulmer back to throw, looking long down the far sideline. Double coverage on Damschroeder as the pass sails over his head.
They like tall quarterbacks, though. Devin Williams is 6'3". Kason Ulmer goes taller than that, 6'5", 195 as a junior.
3rd down and 10. Just 8 completions. 3 for 8 passing on the season. 2 interceptions.
2 interceptions, yep.
3rd down and 10. Homer hands off. White looking for room, and he gets nothing. Brock Sims did a great job of pushing that play to the inside. As Giovanni White wanted to get outside left, Sims wouldn't let him do it.
And then he chased him back into the hole as he reversed his field and helped finish off the tackle.
So another punt coming for the Millionaires. Last time there was a bad snap, but Ungard was still able to field it and get the kick away, but it gave Berwick great field position on a short punt.
Ungard going down to a knee, but not called as down because he fumbled it at first.
He's back at the 32-yard line. Low snap again, and I thought I saw movement on the Williamsport front line.
Yeah, blown dead by the referee. John Basic going to not allow that play to go.
Or are they?
Or are they?
Are they saying he went down on a knee? That is the call. So they didn't get that call earlier, Andy. They got one there.
Yeah. So
and
as
again,
soon as he
bad,
went down.
bad snaps are killing Williamsport in this 3rd quarter.
Yeah, low snap. The punter goes down, has the ball. He's on the knee, gets up like he was genuflecting and punts it. But it's being blown dead at that point, and that's where they're spotting the ball. So, yeah, I think you got to train that guy who was a soccer or a rugby player last year.
Soccer.
Give him the rules of punting the ball in football.
From the 32-yard line of the Millionaires, Berwick after a shift, I formation. Everett Snyder is the fullback ahead of Ty Wilkerson. Wilkerson gets the call off the left side. He's at the 25, cuts it outside the 20, the 15, the 10, the 5, and he's in for a Berwick touchdown. 32 yards for Ty Wilkerson.
Just keeps extending. Give him 3:38 by my count, Jim. Will he pass his record, his single game rushing record of 366, which he set last year against Williamsport? We'll see.
So Wilkerson with a 32-yard run for the score. Berwick has really broken this open. Millionaires got back in the game late in the half, and now the Bulldogs really pulling away as the kick by Yost is up, and the kick is good. Timeout in the field, 8:20 remaining. 3rd quarter. Berwick 49, Williamsport 19. You're listening to Bulldogs football on Goat Rocks, PA.
Planning for the future doesn't have to be complicated. Attorney Nick Lutz of Cardinal Estate Planning in Berwick will guide you every step of the way. Whether it's protecting your assets, setting up a trust, or ensuring your family is cared for, Cardinal Estate Planning provides personalized solutions for you and your family's needs. Call or sign up on their website to attend a free educational workshop that will give you an understanding of the process and peace of mind knowing your legacy